Cheers to the weekend, IceHogs fans. Hello, everyone. Joseph Zakshesky once again with you alongside my partner in crime, Joel Omo from Channel 23 WIFR. And I hope everyone is enjoying their weekend so far. I know it's been a little bit gloomy outside as we've all been cooped up inside a little bit. But again, we cannot appreciate you enough for joining us for another episode of IceHogs Rewind. Joe, how are you? There's a lot of sports going on these days. We had the NFL draft kickoff this weekend as well. I know you got your hands pretty deep into that. The Chicago Bears starting off with their pick in the second round. I know me being a Packers fan, I was kind of reading up on this new quarterback that they picked late in the first round, but it seems like sports is starting to grab some headlines here despite the current events going on outside.
Yeah, I saw one of the guys that I follow on Twitter kind of joke like, oh, it's nice to finally see some sports vitriol on my timeline instead of just political vitriol or just vitriol in general. And I agree. I mean, it's nice to kind of get a little bit of normalcy again here just with the draft alone. You kind of feel like you can banter with your friends about what picks that your favorite team should have gone for or what they did get. As you mentioned, being a Packers fan, picking up Jordan Love in the first round. I kind of expected it. I'm not going to lie. I kind of looked at it and said, Aaron Rodgers is going to be, going on 37, 38 soon here. And he's not going to be able to play for forever,
Oh.
So it's going to be a time where he's going to have to step away. And it does remind you of when Green Bay, drafted Rodgers with Favre on board already and knowing that he was kind of on his back nine of his career. So you kind of start to see the similarities in that. And if Jordan Love is any good as what they expect, going ahead and moving up to go pick him, then, Green Bay is going to have their third straight franchise quarterback not to worry about, which as a Bears fan kind of drives me absolutely bonkers.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens, but yeah, coming from Packerland and growing up a Packers fan, I think you're used to having quarterbacks that just go the distance, and then it's always just so tough to say goodbye, Joe. So tough to say goodbye. Well, on the Rockford IceHogs front, they got a new player as well, DJ Buzzkirk, coming up from the Ontario Hockey League. We hope to catch up with him here in the coming days on Zoom and get to pick his brain. A rookie, it looks like he's going to be making his first splash in pro hockey. He plays both forward and defense, so a little bit of IceHogs news going into the weekend as well, so that'll be a little bit of fun, but all in all, Joey, it's just nice to talk about some sports, a healthy distraction, and to talk about what could be around the corner when all these seasons either ramp back up or start up again for New Year.
Yeah, it's nice to see the IceHogs are still making moves and still trying to work on the future, regardless of how long the suspension is going to last. They're looking towards, next year and beyond, and obviously picking up a 20-year-old kid here. He's looks good from a couple highlights that I saw, recently, and it's kind of fun to see another guy that can both do offense and defense. We've had a couple of those here in recent years. So it just shows that they're looking for all-around players and skaters. It's not just, the bruisers or speed guys or finesse guys. That's kind of what this AHL and NHL are going to now. A lot of just kind of guys that are athletes, just like the NBA and the NFL. You see there's positionless players in the NBA. I think you're going to start to see more of that in the NHL, centers being wings kind of going back and playing a little defense moving up. So you're going to start to see that a little bit more here going forward.
It is a five-man group, and even DJ in that article that we posted up on icehogs.com, he told a previous reporter that you work as a five-man unit. So when I can't count how many times we've seen IceHogs defensemen chase the puck in the offensive zone below the goal line, forwards covering them. So it just kind of seems to be that revolving opportunity for the IceHogs and this organization. Well, let's, Joe, dive into tonight's IceHogs Rewind. It was fun to talk about some current events, but now we're going back in our time machine to 2018, the Calder Cup playoffs. It is game number 4, against the Texas Stars, and this is a big moment for the IceHogs too, just because of what we were celebrating the evening before. The IceHogs a perfect 7-0 to start the playoffs. First round sweep of the Chicago Wolves in 3. Then you have the second round sweep of the Manitoba Moose in 4. Now you go into Texas. You take on the Stars games 1 through 3. Didn't go the way the IceHogs would hope. Now facing elimination 0-3, tough bounces in games 2 and 3 in overtime. It's time the IceHogs haven't seen before, being with their backs against the wall. But if I know this IceHogs bunch, they've faced adversity time and time again, whether it was early in the postseason or even in the regular season, just to get to the playoffs. I have a feeling that they have some experience they can tap into.
You might have foreshadowed it a little bit there with that game 5, kind of expecting that to see that happen. But, obviously, yeah, you're in a situation where you're down 3-0. You have to win. You don't really have much of a choice. Otherwise, you're going home. And it's one of those things where this is the real true adversity that this team hasn't faced in the playoffs yet. Sure, you're down a couple goals here and there or whatever in a game, but as far as a series goes, you obviously commanded every both series that you were in. Now you're in a situation where you can go on streaks. This team knows how to go on streaks, and you've seen kind of Calder not playing up to his par up to in this series. He's maybe a little fatigue starting to set in for a rookie at this time, but yeah, we talked about it before in the post game last night. Just the puck luck, once that starts to go away, who knows when you're going to get it back. So, but hopefully this group can figure it out and put together a run and make this thing last a little bit longer. You don't want to see such a magical start to the postseason run, going 7-0, and getting swept as well. So hopefully you come out with the win here.
Well, the biggest storyline going into this game 4, too, was the goaltending for the Rockford IceHogs. And you talk about puck luck, just bad bounces, but back-to-back overtime games in games 2 and games 3, you're starting to see Calder wear down a little bit. He participated in that 3 overtime game a few weeks back, I guess now, against the Chicago Wolves. So he's been playing a lot of hockey in a short amount of time. And now Jeremy Colliton's going to go to the veteran and Jeff Glass, who has not played in a playoff game at all. And really, he didn't see a lot of the ice in the backstretch of that regular season when the IceHogs were making the push too. So it raised a little bit of raised a few eyebrows. But if we know Jeff Glass and his time with the IceHogs and his time as a professional goaltender, he can come up big when you need him to be the most.
Yeah, getting the little bit of time to talk with him, he understood the position that he was in, with this team at that time. He knew that he was the veteran that was going to be kind of playing second fiddle to Calder, being, the younger guy, obviously fresher legs, all that. But for Jeff to be ready at a moment's notice, like he has to be here in this postseason, shows just kind of what leadership is. He knows how to do his off-ice work and be ready to go whenever his name is called. And Jeff is the consummate pro. He's been ready to go. He's been here before. He's gone through the Calder Cup playoffs before. So it's not like this is his first rodeo either, even though he's, an older player. He knows what he's getting into for sure.
Well, Jeff Glass in net for the IceHogs tonight in Game 4 against the Texas Stars Western Conference Finals. And also, you need your big players to be your big players. Domenico, Cody Franson, Adam Clendenning have been red hot all playoffs. This has been the postseason party for Victor Ejdsell as well, coming out and producing some big points and big goals. So we'll see what happens tonight on IceHogs Rewind Game 4 action. Enjoy, everybody. Joe and I will catch up at the end of the show for a little post-game wrap-up and get you all set for what might be another IceHogs contest. So we'll talk to you soon, Joe.
Sounds good. See you then.
Tonight from head coach Jeremy Colliton. Victor Svedberg will be on defense to start with Cody Franson, John Hayden, Tyler Sakura, and Andreas Martinson, the starting forward line. Mike McKenna in goal for the Texas Stars. 34 saves for him back in game number 3, looking to extend his winning streak to 8 contests. Andrew Bondarchuk will be on defense with Brett Regner to start. Sheldon Dries, Colin Markison, and Jason Dickinson, the starting forward line. Biggest change for the Texas side, they're without the services of defenseman Dylan Hetherington, and John Nyberg will be back on the blue line, making his 3rd appearance of the postseason. Puck is down, and here we go for game number 4. IceHogs in their home red sweaters. They'll be going from left to right in period number 1. They'll control it and dump it down. Stars get the quick toss back out to center, but Rockford right back on it. They will throw this one into the offensive zone. IceHogs have grabbed the first goal in each of the last 2 games, and each of the last 2 has required overtime. It's been back and forth affairs between the 2 clubs, and the IceHogs, they're going to come away with the big jump here in this one for the 3rd straight contest. John Hayden, right wing side. He'll dump this one into the offensive zone. Both teams changing things up fairly early on. Tyler Sakura behind the net of McKenna. He'll poke it off that far post. Comes out to the blue line for Dahlstrom. Dahlstrom to the left wing side. Has his man, and that's going to be Chris DiDomenico, fresh from the bench. DiDomenico, 3 assists. Goes out to the blue line. A wrister coming from Forsling. Fought off by McKenna. And that is the game's opening shot. Comes just 58 seconds into the contest. DiDomenico, those 3 assists, his 3rd multi-point, three-point game in the postseason. He did it once against Chicago, once against Manitoba. IceHogs left wing point, Forsling again, a wrister, deflected in front of McKenna, and the rebound cleared out to center ice. David Camp left side for Boma. Boma leads it ahead for DiDomenico, knocked aside at the last moment. Good start for the IceHogs here. Boma in the far corner, finishes his check, but lost control of the puck, and the Stars will flip it out to center ice. David Camp back inside his own zone. His group making a line change here. Here's Carl Dahlstrom. Goes up the left wing across the ice for Matthew Highmore. Drop pass for Victor Agel. Takes a hit, spins off a check. Now backhands it towards McKenna, who will wisely cover up as Luke Johnson was rushing in to cover up the puck, and he will hold on tight. Well, we had a chance to catch up with forward Luke Johnson during IceHogs warm-up. We'll hear from him during the first intermission. He says that he loves the way the Rockford IceHogs are playing right now. They just need to stick to their game plan and just have been on the wrong side of a couple of bounces in games 2 and games 3 when it comes to their overtime setbacks. But Johnson, a goal and an assist for him in game number 3, a big bust-out game for him offensively. Looking to spill that over into tonight's showdown. Matthew Highmore on this line as well. He also had a big 2-point showing a couple of nights ago. Johnson, a false start to the right side of McKenna, so Highmore will have to step on in. Brian Flynn on the other side for the Stars. Flynn, his 6 goals, tied for first in the AHL postseason scoring race. Sheldon Dries and Curtis McKenzie with 6 tallies as well. Chris DiDomenico on the IceHogs side, the lone skater with 6 goals for Rockford. IceHogs will punch this one behind the net of McKenna. Bodnerchuk backhands this one around, but Johnson's going to follow him to the near corner. Healthy hit by Luke Johnson. He'll put it up the near wing, but quickly flawed out to center ice by Flynn, and Adam Clendenning will take control. Clendenning has had himself quite the postseason as well. 6 assists over his last 5 games. 11 assists, 12 points to help lead this IceHog group, especially with shots coming from the point, or at least a setup guy, namely the Chris DiDomenico with on the power play. Puck knocked up and out of play along the near boards, but now the officials getting together for a discussion here. 17:33 to go in the first period, no score. IceHogs, 2 shots on goal. Texas looking to test Jeff Glass for the first time. Terry Koharski, the veteran referee, will make a motion back to the scorer's table, and this is going to be too many men on the ice. A penalty going against Texas. So Terry Koharski, wearing the orange bands, makes the game's first penalty call, and it's a power play for Rockford. Samuel LeBears will go over and serve the too many men call. IceHogs man advantage, held off the scoreboard for the first time in 11 games back in game 3. Had just 1 power play look, and they actually scored, but it was right as the power play came to a close. That was a Gustav Forsling drive from the point. Here's Rockford off this face-off, near side of McKenna, and Clendenning fires. McKenna lets this one hit him in the chest, and he will hold on tight. Good start there, just 4 seconds off the power play clock, still early in the first period. But the IceHogs power play overall, 34% successful here in the playoffs, 2 for 10 against Texas. And over their last dozen games, they have scored 20 power play goals. IceHogs will win this draw. Straight back to the blue line. Clendenning again. Wrister blocked. Rebound off the post. IceHogs got a great look. Here's DiDomenico, middle of the ice for Johnson. Puck slashed off of his stick, and the Stars will get the clear. Puck worked right between the circles, and the IceHogs get a shot through, but it hits the post. Great start for the man advantage, and Rockford looking to build on it. Here's Chris DiDomenico, right wing side. DiDomenico puts it into the skates of Bodnerchuk. Bodnerchuk doesn't know where it is. Comes to the blue line. Here's Clendenning to Franson. One-timer high and wide of the net. Comes over to the near side. DiDomenico with it again. Chris DiDomenico lost control. Gave it right over to Curtis McKenzie, and he will clear it on down. Jeff Glass out to play it left side for Franson. Trying to start the offensive push, but didn't have a lot of help joining him. So Texas will get it away and throw it down again. 1:02 to go on this early power play for Rockford. No score. IceHogs picking up more and more shots. Here's Clendenning back to the red line. Throws it back to Dahlstrom. Left side for David Camp. Camp, a big game for him to break out and grab his first playoff goal and or points would be tonight here in game number 4. But he loses control watching across the blue line. And another clear coming from the Stars. 40 seconds left on the power play. Dahlstrom will walk this one through. Carl Dahlstrom, left wing, stick handled one too many times, and he draws Matthew Highmore offside. And that will give us a timeout. Faceoff will come out to center ice, just over the Texas Stars blue line. Jump on the IceHogs playoff bandwagon from now until the end of the postseason. If you pick up a 20-game or full season ticket plan, you pick up a free playoff t-shirt of your favorite IceHogs player. One shirt per ticket plan, and each full season ticket plan will grab you dinner on the IceHogs on opening night on October 13th. Visit icehogs.com for more information, or give them a call at 815-986-6465. Rockford into the offensive zone. Here's Franson. Shot from the right point wide. Short side of McKenna. Comes up the far wall. Clendenning. Right side DiDomenico. He'll tee one up. He'll go short side as well. Low blocker on McKenna this time. And the rebound put behind the net. Tyler Sakura with it. Left wing circle for Adam Clendenning. Clendenning looking for a passing outlet. He draws a couple of defenders to him. Texas, though, will knock it away only momentarily. Regner to the blue line. Franson gets it back. Franson, great backhanded pass across. He's got DiDomenico back to Franson. Fires and out of the box. Come LeVerge, and the too many men on the ice call has come to a close, but the IceHogs still with the puck. Here's DiDomenico, right wing side. Chris DiDomenico sends it through the goal mouth and comes all the way to the left circle for Franson. He'll send it around the net for Luke Johnson. IceHogs still buzzing in the offensive zone. Clendenning across for Franson, but an angled pass does come to center. Hogs have to tag back up. Stars are going to try and get a change going here. Clendenning will just dump it down. Rockford 0 for 1 on the man advantage, but they hit the post and got several good quality puck possession moments in the attacking third of the ice, but that post was early on in a close one. 14:58 to go in the opening period. Texas will rip this one the length of the ice down the far wing, and that'll go behind the net of Jeff Glass and turn into an icing call. Glass has never been in an AHL playoff game. The last time he played in the North American playoffs was in the ECHL with Charlotte in 2005-2006. He played in 3 games there. 13 total games for him in the KHL over 7 seasons. So Glass, the veteran, looking to lead his group here as Texas right side. Get a bounce. Here they come. Odd man rush. Middle of the ice. Dowling fires over top of the net. No shot still on Jeff Glass, but a quality first look for the Texas Stars. They had numbers bursting into the offensive zone. And Dowling sent it high, and Dowling looking for another break. Almost got another turnover, but Dahlstrom gets this one away. He's got William Peltier right wing side. 5.5 gone here in period at number 1. No score. IceHogs leading in shots 5-0. Left wing. It's Forsling. He'll get to the red line and dump it in for Rockford. Puck comes rolling up the near wing. Martinson, healthy hit, but Rope Hintz will skate away with it. But Hintz turns it over, comes back to the blue line, and here's John Hayden with it. Hayden for the IceHogs, 3-on-3 into the zone. Drop pass for Sakura. Little give and go with Hayden. Those two in close quarters. Leaves it for Sakura Gal at the left circle, but a little uncertain as that puck was rolling up on edge. The Stars will flip it up the wall. Actually hits back off of Sakura and will spill into the seats, so that'll give us another stoppage here. 6 minutes gone by in the opening period. No score, game number 4. IceHogs looking to force game 5, which will be tomorrow night right back here in this building. Tickets are on sale right now at icehogs.com. And the IceHogs are going to have to go on a nice little winning streak again. They went 7-0 in the playoffs, romped through the Chicago Wolves, and 4 straight against Manitoba, so it can be done. In fact, the Texas Stars and the Rockford IceHogs, 2 of 3 teams here in the AHL playoffs that have gone on winning streaks of 7 games. So it is feasible. As the draw coming to the right side of McKenna, won by the IceHogs. They'll just throw this one back into the goaltender, and he will hold on. Promo timeout on the ice. Power play in the back pocket of Rockford. They now have 6 shots on target. No score here in the early goings of Game 4. You're listening and watching Rockford IceHogs hockey on the IceHogs Broadcast Network.
Hi, this is Mike Barr with Crimson Point. Living for a family member or friend, please know that we're committed to providing a lifestyle for our residents that emphasizes family, friends, and community.
Hello, I'm Bill Henning. I live here at Crimson Point. My daughter's a physical therapist, and she began searching for a place for me. And this place was highly recommended, and she and her husband came over to check it out, and they said, "You're going to like it, Dad. It's nice." it's what you'd expect. It's a place that is friendly, very helpful, because everybody's new when they first come here, and that's awkward as heck. And you've had changes in your life when you come here, and but everybody understands that, and everybody's very helpful. So I'm well taken care of.
Crimson Point Senior Living of Perryville by Crimson Ridge. To learn more about our community, stop in and take a tour, or visit us on the web at life@crimsonpoint.com.
13:56 to go in period number 1. No score between the Rockford IceHogs and Texas Stars. Joseph Zakshesky, happy to have you along. Special thanks to everyone. Jake Lockley back at Sports Fan Radio 1330 and the entire team at 23.2 Antenna TV getting us up on the airwaves here in the Forest City community. And, of course, all those tuned in online at icehogs.com, sportsfanradio1330.com, and all the IceHog social media channels. A big game 4 for the Rockford IceHogs, and for every game here on out the rest of this series, down 0-3 in this best of 7. Well, the Hogs off to a good start here. To begin at game number 1, they had a power play. They hit the post. They have 6 shots on goal, and right now dictating momentum is Texas trying to find some themselves. Rope hits off a stretch pass out of his own zone. Had a lane to burst into the end, but could not collect. And here comes Victor Agel the other way. Agel fires, scores! End to end we go, and Victor Agel right side gives the IceHogs a 1-0 lead. 13:36 to go in the first period. Rope hits, burst for the Stars down the left wing. It jumped away from him. Then you send Victor Agel loose up the near wing. He fights off the defender, bodies off a shot, and it goes through Mike McKenna and into the back of the net. Victor Agel, his 6th goal of the playoffs. That ties him for the team lead with Chris DiDomenico and tied for first overall in the AHL's postseason. Big first goal for Rockford. They have grabbed the first tally now in each of the last 3 games. 2-2 when they strike first. Texas right wing side. They'll guide this one down to the far corner. Samuel LeBerge for the Stars. He'll put it in. And it'll ring around the boards of Jeff Glass and come up the near side. Here's Chris DiDomenico. DiDomenico on to Lance Boma. Boma touches the puck. Thought that was offside, though. Play moves along. Glendening goes across for DiDomenico. Fires. Glove save McKenna, and he will hold on tight. The Stars, the entire bench standing. That was an offside call, but unless it got lost in skates and it hit underneath Lance Boma somehow. That was a close one there, but the IceHogs muster off a shot. From the Stars' point of view, luckily McKenna came up with a save. Draw will be to the left side of the 11-year goaltender in Mike McKenna. So a couple of veterans duking it out here tonight. Jeff Glass on the other side. They have given him 1 shot on goal as Jason Dickinson, left wing, will try and bring this one back through for the Stars. Dickinson, right to left. Moves into the offensive zone, left circle, now near corner to the blue line for Gavin Bayreuther. Walks the line, fakes the shot, now trying to throw it back to the near corner, and that's where it'll be taken by the Stars. Off-speed shot from an angle by Sheldon Grise, and Jeff Glass will hold on tight and wait for a stoppage. 12:30 to go in the opening period, a 1-0 Rockford IceHogs lead. Victor Agel the goal at 6:24. Victor Svenberg picks up the assist. What's your Victor? Both of them grab points on the play. Faceoff will come to the right-hand side of Jeff Glass. The Rockford IceHogs have ticket plans to fit your schedule. Season seats, mini plans, premium suites, and more are available for you to choose from. Save money off a web fee, space price, and even learn how to get free parking included. Visit icehogs.com to see all the great benefits and sign up, or call 815-986-6465. Glass looking to his right in the IceHogs defensive zone. Rockford put it to the boards, but the Stars keep it alive as it rolls up the wall. Left wing point, they'll dump it down. Here's Curtis McKenzie. 6 points for him in the series for the first 3 games. including back-to-back overtime winners. Just the 6th player in AHL history to grab back-to-back OT winners in Calder Cup playoff action. And one of those 6 is another member of the Stars, Travis Morin. He did it back in 2014 when Texas went on to win the Calder Cup. Rockford down the right side. Here they are in the offensive zone. Franson, left wing Svedberg to the blue line. Rister and McKenna the save. And that'll bring another gathering. John Hayden and Travis Morin jostling away. Speaking of Travis Morin, there he goes. The 9th-year star against the rookie here for the Rockford organization. Up and down with the Chicago Blackhawks this year. Offensive zone face-off coming up now for the Hogs. 11:53 to play in period number 1. Taking a look at McKenna's numbers in this head-to-head series, the IceHogs have gotten to him. Even though he is 3-0 and 2.76 goals against average, a .908 save percentage, and overall his save percentage has taken a few hits along the way, was the best in the postseason, now has dropped down to 4th at a .942. And his goals against average overall of 1.93, so drastic comparisons overall to the series, which I mentioned 2.76, and then GAA 3rd best overall in the AHL's postseason. McKenna looking to his right as Luke Johnson will win this faceoff to the blue line. Fought off by the post of McKenna again. A one-timer off the draw, and McKenna. The Stars netminder is thanking his Stars. That right post has bailed him out twice. And all here early in the opening period. Hogs are going to try and set up for another one again. That was Aichel that pulled the trigger and almost got it through. Hogs will win this one. Here's Svedberg, fires, blocker save McKenna, and he'll pop this one up over top of the net. Not even halfway through the first. IceHogs now with 11 shots on goal. They are firing away. Right off the draw, Aichel just creeping in off the inside of that far circle. A quick release, and he showed it at the 6:24 mark with his 6th goal of the postseason. Texas will win this draw this time around. IceHogs so far have been dominant in the faceoff circle. Angel chasing it back behind their net, trying to get a turnover. But here goes Bondarchuk for Texas. Andrew Bondarchuk goes from the near boards across the ice right wing for Sheldon Dries. He'll tap it into the offensive zone. Penalty call coming here as Angel got knocked down from behind. And the power play going back to work for the IceHogs. And Victor Svedberg can be pulled out of this scrum here. Terry Koharski making the call, and that was a good one. Two-handed shot to the backside of Angel, and the IceHogs man advantage will go to work again. That's when they hit the post the first time around. Cross-checking going against Texas. Jason Dickinson will head off to the box. Dickinson has had himself a couple of productive games here recently, goal and 3 assists over his last 2. But he'll be out for the next 2 minutes as McKenna will once again have to get set up. Looking at the draw to his right side. Tyler Sakura, Chris DiDomenico, Johnson, Franson, Clendenning, the big weapons out there for the IceHogs. Clendenning a goal and 10 assists. DiDomenico 3 goals, 7 assists. Franson 9 points. All of them the playoff leaders, 1 through 3 in the American Hockey League's playoffs. Texas is going to win this draw to get things started and whip it the length of the ice. So Rockford will set up shop behind their own net. So Dickinson, a cross-checking call. IceHogs on power play number 2. Chris DiDomenico through center ice. He'll work it to the blue line. Now right side for Johnson. Pass was too far for him. And Dries will keep the IceHogs in the neutral zone. Clendenning picking it up at the blue line. Adam Clendenning. He'll dump this one on in. Johnson's going to go after it in the near corner. Texas rips it up the near side, high over DiDomenico, and this one will roll on down to Jeff Glass. Glass is going to come out and play it right to Cody Franson, but Franson will swing it behind his own net for Clendenning again. 1:16 left on the power play. IceHogs would love a big man advantage goal here and take a 2-0 lead. Johnson, right wing circle for DiDomenico to the blue line for Clendenning. Soft pass down for DiDomenico. Aggressive penalty killing from the Stars. And they do tap it out to center. Colin Markison will force this one through, and now 54 seconds left. Both teams will change things up. Carl Dahlstrom will pick up and weave through center. Dahlstrom drops it off for David Camp. Camp into the offensive zone. He'll backhand it behind McKenna. Rolled away from him for a moment. Now makes a play. Throws it up the left side, but only to the corner. Highmore digs it free. Highmore to the blue line for Forsling. Forsling over to the near side for Agel. Had to reach back and haul off a shot. It goes over top of the net and out to the near corner for Dahlstrom. He'll ring it back around to the near side for Victor Agel. Slams on the brakes. Gets away from Austin Fighton. To the near corner for Highmore. Backhands it around. Bottom of the left circle. He's got Dahlstrom. Dahlstrom behind the net. Highmore lets this one slide through and back to Agel in the near wing. Victor Agel, bottom of the circle to Forsling, fakes the shot. Across for Dahlstrom. Dahlstrom down low, Highmore. Highmore middle of the ice looking for Camp. Bodied off of his stick. Comes to Highmore. Wrister, and this one goes wide. Had to get one of that one in a hurry. Standing in the box is Dickinson. IceHogs in the near corner. Highmore with it. Dickinson is out. Rockford drops to 0 for 2. Puck to the near corner. Brett Regner having a trouble getting rid of it. IceHogs still swinging. Highmore lost control and fighting. Will begin the march to center ice. Austin Fighton right wing side for Curtis McKenzie. He'll just backhand this one all the way across to the near corner. 9:03 to go in the first period. It's 1-0 Rockford. William Peltier right side. It's tracked down to the neutral zone by Dickinson. Victor Agel will give him a healthy hit. Both of them will fall down, and the IceHogs will get the puck back at their own blue line. Forsling, left wing for Peltier. Peltier hits this one right onto Tanner Carroll. Wrist shot blocked in front, and it goes right between the circles. Bodies collide, but picked up by Justin Dowling, who will clear it away for the Stars. Dowling down to the near corner. Morin will go in, finish up his hit. Adam Clendenning makes the play, though. Clendenning right side for Tanner Carroll. Out to Boma. Boma to center for Peltier. He will dump it down. McKenna will have to make a save, and the Stars defense peeled to the wings and left Peltier all alone to go down the middle, and that'll force McKenna to hold on tight. 8:26 to go in the first period. IceHogs on top 1-0 thanks to a goal from Victor Agel, but the Hogs have hit the post twice to look to add to that lead. So Rockford trying to keep things going the right direction. We'll take a break for a minute. You're listening and watching Rockford IceHogs hockey on the IceHogs Broadcast Network.
When's the last time your insurance company you for staying safe online? That's why American Family Insurance started Dream Keep Rewards, a free program where you can earn a whole world of rewards, from cooking classes to 7-night getaways. For details, contact Jonathan Iacino, agent. Call 815-226-2424 or stop by 5411 East State Street, Suite 201 in Rockford today. Get more info at dreamkeep.amfam.com.
Some rewards not available in all states. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, American Family Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
We know that there's incredible artistic talent in the Rockford area, and we also know that you could use an extra $1,000. Win that grand with your artist's hand at the Marcos Vapor Stack and Cash Billboard Contest. Must be at least 18. One submission per artist. Use any medium, any content, as long as it's appropriate for public viewing. The deadline is 11:59 p.m. June 23rd. Find all the rules and requirements at marcosvapor.com/billboard contest.
8:26 to go in the first period of game number 4. The Rockford IceHogs leading 1-0. Thanks to a goal from Victor Agel at 6:24 from Victor Svedberg. IceHogs a pair of power plays. They've hit a pair of posts and have been dictating the pace here in period number 1, out shooting the Texas Stars 11-3. Another offensive zone face-off for Rockford, and they've won a few of them, which have set up for quality scoring chances. Tyler Sakura in to take this one. He's out there with that Martinson-Hayden grouping. Stars will take it away. They'll send it up the near side, but not quite out of the zone. Hayden comes over to help out. Wrister gets blocked on its way. Rolls in on Mike McKenna. He'll just stick it along. Stars cannot clear again, however. Hayden at the right circle. Wrister. This one gets blocked. Plenty of traffic in front of McKenna. Some of them are his own men. And the IceHogs continue to push this one to the circles. Tyler Sakura, middle of the ice for Hayden, can't get it through. Left wing side, firing. Tulula lets it go. And this one blocked in front of McKenna. IceHogs bring it off the far corner. Hayden driving, but his shot hits off his skates and wide. Out to Tulula again. Fakes it, now takes a wrister this time. Blocker saved by McKenna, and the rebound to the near corner. Texas Stars holding on for the moment as David Camp brings it back in. Here goes Camp, left wing, flips it towards the goaltender. It'll hit off his stick and end up and out of play. So tack on a few more shots there as the Rockford IceHogs swinging away. Yoni Tulula playing in his second consecutive game. Darren Radish out of the lineup once again for Rockford. Tudela made his playoff debut, his professional North American playoff debut an evening ago. In Game 3 action, did pretty well, took an interference call fairly early on, tossed it up to maybe some excitement and jitters, but helping out the IceHogs here, and you got that quality look just a moment ago from the left point. Stars will win this draw to the left side of McKenna. Dickinson will work it out to center ice and now just dump it into the near corner. Jeff Glass will come out to handle this one. Leaves it for Coney Franson. Franson left side for David Camp. Overskates it, but goes right to DiDomenico. He'll flip it up the wall. Stars will get it back at their own blue line. Gavin Bayreuther will play catch with Matt Mangine. Mangine up the middle, puts it right into the skates of Camp, and DiDomenico will kick it back to the Texas blue line. Stars will sit back and let DiDomenico try and get another turnover here, but Mangine, he can play defense, he can play forward. Lethal threat there, and he'll just take a forward leap and bring this one out to center and dump it down. Stars will make a change here, but the IceHogs right back at it. Here's Johnson. Wrist shot patted down by McKenna. A big-time rebound went right up the middle. Good look, though, by Johnson. He shot across the body, hoping for the rebound. Stars bring it back this one the other direction. Pad save coming from Jeff Glass. Rebound out to the blue line. Brett Regner, right wing point, fires. Deflected in front of Glass, ends up wide to the near post. Stars buzzing now. McKenzie fires. Glass the save. He'll hold on and make the stop. First real sequence in front of Jeff Glass to get him going, and it comes with 6:25 in the first period. Jeff Glass's last game was a part of the last weekend of the regular season, that home and home against Chicago. 24 saves back on April 13th. So you're looking at a month and 11 days. The last time that Jeff Glass has seen hockey. Of course, a big part of the Chicago Blackhawks storylines this year as well. Being the veteran goaltender that he is, making his NHL debut, went 3-7-3 with Chicago. A couple of stints up and down between Rockford and the Windy City. Face off to the near side of Glass. IceHogs will send a slow roller out to center. Victor Agel in pursuit. He'll get a turnover. It lands right to Gustav Forsling. He'll dump it in. 6:12 to play in the period. 1-0 Rockford here in this opening frame. Texas right side. They stretch it out. They have a man bursting in, but they tackle him. Gustav Forsling takes down Denis Gurianov, and an easy tripping call to make there for the officiating crew. And Gustav Forsling will take a seat. The Texas Stars will go on their first power play and a chance to really grab their first scoring chance as Forsling will get settled in. Texas power play in this series. They've scored in each of the 3 previous games. 4 for 14 against Rockford. They're on a 5-game power play goal scoring streak. And overall, 20.9%, 9 for 43 in the postseason. So 4 of the 9 have come here in the Western Conference Finals. IceHogs off to a good start. They'll win the draw to the left side of Glass and clear it down. Travis Morin, their go-to power play point producer, left wing side. They'll start the rush with Lance Boma. Boma bodies him up. In comes Franson, and this one will come out to center. We're going to get ourselves another penalty. It's going to be against the IceHogs. So a 5-on-3 coming here for the Texas Stars. They had a 5-on-3 in Game 3 in which they capitalized, and that actually made it a tie game at 1. So the IceHogs are going to have to really tap in here and make sure it does not repeat itself. 137 of a 5-on-3. Chances 1 and 2 for the Stars, coming with 5.5 to go in the first period. Big part of this opening frame too. The IceHogs don't want to give anything up here late. Luke Johnson will take this face-off against Justin Dowling. Dowling will win it, and it'll come back to the left point for Brett Regner. Regner will walk to the deep slot. Now to the left point for Dowling. Back to Regner. Top of the right circle. Fakes the pass. Now gets it down low. On to Flynn. Flynn near side for Dowling. Shot gets blocked by Boma, but goes right to Flynn in the near corner. To Dowling at the left circle. Back on to Flynn. Flynn Keeping a close eye, looking for a shooting lane. Nothing there to Dowling, top of the circle. Middle of the ice for Regner. Back to Dowling. Dowling down low to Flynn. Nothing opening up. Cody Franson dropping down to his knees, trying to get a block away. Flynn still with it. Left wing circle for Dowling. Back to Flynn in the near corner. Those two look like they're going to change things up for the Texas Stars. Flynn to the blue line. Tied it up on to Boma. Almost got the block, but here goes Johnson. Backdoor. Right patch save coming from Jeff Glass. Denies Travis Morin, but he has the rebound. Still 46 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Rockford on a centering effort from Morin. Get the clear. IceHogs need to change things up quickly. Here's Dowling right side. Pressured away by Andreas Martinson, fresh from the bench. Carl Dahlstrom, left wing side, has it dug in skates. On to Martinson. Martinson to the blue line, not out of the zone. Kept by Bayreuther. Bayreuther on to Flynn at the left circle. Brian Flynn. He'll walk to the goal line just below the net now. On to Bayreuther left circle. Goes across for Dowling. He and Bayreuther will trade places. Dowling in the slot. Rister deflected wide. Ends up in the far corner. Travis Morin will pick it up. 9 seconds left on the power play. IceHogs need to hold on. But Morin fires and scores. Travis Morin on the 5-on-3. Goes upstairs on Jeff Glass. And we are tied up at 1. Hogs were so close from getting help in Gustav Forsling, but Travis Morin, a big goal for Texas. He'll grab his 4th of the postseason. And for Morin, that's his 2nd power play goal, so half of his strikes with the extra attacker, and the Stars now 1 for 1, and they will have 29 seconds of a 5-on-4. Restart at center ice. So once again, the Stars able to retaliate and wipe out an early IceHog lead. Rockford will win this one and dump it down. Here comes Bayreuther again. 16 seconds left on the power play. He will dump it down. Ends up to the far corner. Glass comes up the middle for Tanner Caro. He will rip it the length of the ice. Svenberg standing. 5 seconds left. IceHog's going to get that last PK unit to help out as Svenberg will take the ice. So Texas will now drop to 1 for 2. Stars left wing side. Here's Rope Hintz. Hintz to the right wing boards. Has a man. And this wrister blotted up in front of Glass. Matt Mangine pulled the trigger. Popped up. Here's Joni Tulula. Tulula defensively for Rockford behind his own net. Left side Boma. He'll slash it all the way down. That'll go for an icing call without question. 3:16 to go in period number 1. 1-1 contest. Travis Morin, the original star, Mr. Star, if you will. The only original member of the Texas Stars from their 09-10 campaign. Leads the team in practically every scoring category. Games played, goals, assists, points, power play goals, power play assists, and every time he finds the score sheet, he just adds to the Cedar Park lore. That is Travis Morin. Dowling and Gavin Bayreuther will grab the assists. Adam Clendenning, left wing side, will put it out to center ice. IceHogs with a jump. David Camp, wrister, pad save coming from McKenna. Comes back to DiDomenico. DiDomenico, backdoor for Camp, and had a stick around his midsection. LaBerge able to get it just enough of him to send him off target. Texas right side will flip it out. Tulula on a foot race. Gurianov lifts his stick. Puck goes rolling to the far corner. IceHogs caught a break there. Here comes Texas centering effort. And this one goes rising into the back glass. But bumping into Glass was Austin fighting, and that will bring a gathering. Officials timeout on the ice. 2:39 to go in period number 1. It is a 1-1 game. IceHogs and Stars in game 4 of the Western Conference Finals. You're listening and watching Rockford IceHogs hockey on the IceHogs Broadcast Network.
Delbert says you get employee and you get employee pricing. Everyone gets employee pricing at the Bacher Auto Group all month long on select 2018 Chevy Silverado 1500 1LT and 2LT models with total savings up to $11,000 off MSRP. And you don't need to be a supplier to take advantage of supplier pricing. This May, everyone benefits from supplier pricing on the 2018 Chevy Equinox. Employee pricing and supplier pricing offers and 531.18. See dealer for details. The Bacher Auto Group, your dealership for life on South Street in Freeport and at BacherAutoGroup.com.
We know that there's incredible artistic talent in the Rockford area, And we also know that you could use an extra $1,000. Win that grand with your artist's hand at the Marcos Vapor Stack and Cash Billboard Contest. Must be at least 18. One submission per artist. Use any medium, any content, as long as it's appropriate for public viewing. The deadline is 11:59 p.m. June 23rd. Find all the rules and requirements at marcosvapor.com/billboard contest.
Marcos Vapor, we'll see you soon.
.239 to play in the first period. Game 4 of the Western Conference Finals. The Rockford IceHogs and Texas Stars tied up at 1. IceHogs opened the scoring at 6:24. Victor Angel his 6th. But then Travis Moore on a 5-on-3 power play lit the lamp at 15:52 from Justin Dowling and at Gavin Bayreuther. So we're all locked up at 1. Shots 15-10 in favor of the IceHogs. Rockford had the dominating advantage prior to that 5-on-3. Since then, Jeff Glass has been tested a few times. That's right, Glass in goal for the IceHogs. Here for game 4, Colin Delia, his backup this evening after Delia took the IceHogs on a magical run. 7-3 record for him, but dropped the last 3 in this series to Texas. So Jeff Glass will be tapped on the shoulder, looking to help turn the fortunes around for Rockford. Hoping to force game 5 tomorrow night. Right back here at BMO Harris Bank Center. Victor Angel, middle of the ice, fancy stick handling, but made one move too many and trying to get a fancy pass off, intercepted by the Stars, and out to center ice we go again. Rockford needed to make a change. They'll dump it down. 1:52 to play in the first period. Texas sitting back now. An extra look around for Brett Regner. He'll go up the middle of the ice for Jason Dickinson. Put it up the right wing boards and off to the far corner of Glass. Cody Franson trying to get the puck turned around. Goes right onto the stick of Colin Marcuson. He'll turn and fire. Glass will catch this one in and hold on at sight. So a defensive zone faceoff coming up here for the Rockford IceHogs. The Toronto Raptors and Fred VanVleet in the house here tonight, helping Toronto out to a magnificent season in the NBA Rockford zone. And the IceHogs would have Fred VanVleet bobblehead night earlier in the year. And of course, the NBA schedule, he was very much engaged with Toronto's season, but up for multiple acknowledgments at the top level of professional basketball. So welcome to him as the IceHogs inside their own zone. Here goes John Hayden, right wing side. Hayden, he'll tip this one down to the near corner. IceHogs on the pursuit. Andreas Martinson, top of the circle for Sakura. Lost control and back the other way comes Brian Flynn. Flynn to the red line. He'll dump it down to the near corner. Franson taking the body. Rope hits right behind him, but in for support is Martinson, and the IceHogs will go the other direction. 1 minute left here in the first period. 1-1 contest. IceHogs and Stars. Victor Svedberg dumps it down. Svedberg finishes his hit on Bayreuther, but Bayreuther able to get rid of it just in time. Left side for McKenzie will slide this one to the neutral zone. Ends up hitting off a linesman and actually pops up into the IceHog bench. So that'll give us a stoppage, and they're going to bring this face-off, at least initially listed, in the IceHog defensive zone, and that's indeed where it will take place. 42 seconds to go. Coming up on the Dental Dimensions first intermission update, we will hear from forward Luke Johnson, and he'll take us inside the IceHog locker room on their approach going into game number 4 here tonight. We'll also spin through the out-of-town scoreboard. The Stanley Cup Finals are set in the National Hockey League. We'll take a look at that. We'll also look at the ECHL, the Kelly Cup playoffs. The finals there have been set also. They had a thrilling Game 7 in the Western Conference Finals last night. We'll take you through it. All that coming up in the Dental Dimensions first intermission report. Face off right side of Jeff Glass, defensive zone. Texas chipping away at that IceHog shot lead. Rockford, though, comes away with the puck. Here's David Camp. Leads it along with Lance Boma. Give and go. Back to Camp in the near corner. Boma will eat up some time. Looking to go to the blue line for Clendenning. Clendenning, no shooting lane, so he'll just throw it right back down the wall and into the near corner. DiDomenico to Clendenning. Fires straight to the chest of McKenna. He will hold on tight. And now an offensive zone face-off coming here for the IceHogs. Good little push here in the last minute of play for the first period. Mike McKenna dinged for 5 goals against in game number 3. The most he has given up in the playoffs. He's given up 3 or more 3 prior times. And that was at 3 goals against exactly, and the other 2 were 4 goals against. So the IceHogs have been able to get through to him. And looking to continue that here. Victor H on a nice shot. Was able to do so here early in the first, but some penalty trouble. Got the IceHogs down 2 men, and a 5-on-3 power play goal for Travis Morin as the Stars on the score sheet. Texas will handle this one. Left wing side will dump it down, bounces in. Good shot coming from Dickinson as it hit off the outside of the net and went right to him at the left circle. Fought off by Glass. Puck goes behind the net in the clear. And the horn will sound to end 1 period of play. So a 1-1 game. After 20 minutes of action, that's pretty much been the script so far in the series. It's been back and forth, the scoring, and a little nitty-gritty between the 2 clubs. Dental Dimensions first intermission report on the other side of the break. We'll hear from Luke Johnson first and walk you through all the news, notes, and numbers. 1-1 after 1 here in Game 4 of the Western Conference Finals. You're listening and watching Rockford IceHogs hockey on the IceHogs Broadcast Network.
For more than just cleanings, Generations Dental can do crowns, bridges, and implants. They also help patients with sleep apnea. And if you're a patient who prefers to sleep through your procedure, Generations Dental offers sedation dentistry. Most insurances and care credit are accepted. Generations Dental, Countryside Mall, Route 76, Poplar Grove.
Rockford IceHogs hockey on Sports Fan Radio 1330. WNTA Rockford.
We get set for the puck drop for the second period here in Game 4 of the Western Conference Finals. The Rockford IceHogs and Texas Stars tied up at 1. Both teams out on the ice here at BMO Harris Bank Center in downtown Rockford. Jeff Glass in goal for the IceHogs. He is off to my right. Glass 13 saves in that first period. His counterpart, Mike McKenna, down to my left. He would have 15 saves. Victor H. the goal for the IceHogs fairly early on, but the Stars would respond with a 5-on-3 power play tally from Travis Morin. Puck is down, and here we go for the second period. Stars will control left to right. They will dump it down. Here's Sheldon Dry's right side. Wrister bodied up in front of Jeff Glass. Looking for the rebound. Gets centered up and goes over top of the net. Dry sends this one way into the tall glass, and that'll deflect up and out of play and give us a stoppage here. Taking a look at the numbers, IceHogs 4-0 and tied up after 1 period. The Stars are 3-1. Texas looking to wrap up this conference final series here tonight. And if they do so, they will take on the winner of the Eastern Conference Finals, which would be between Toronto and Lehigh Valley. Toronto last night, a dominating 5-0 victory in Game 3 of that series. They'll get back to work on tomorrow, Friday, for game number 4. Ben Smith, the former IceHog forward, with a pair of goals for Toronto in the victory as the Maple Leafs, a force that has just been bowling right on through the Calder Cup playoffs like they did in the entire regular season. In fact, the top team in the AHL regular season after Manitoba and Chicago slipped down the ranks a little bit towards the back end. IceHogs right to left. Here they come. David Kemp goes across for DiDomenico, and this one explodes off of his stick. Good seeing eye pass to get it through to him. Had to go a couple of bodies, but ends up in the far corner. Stars will pick it up and bring it back to center ice. Still within the first minute of the second period. 1-1 game. Gustav Forsling. Right side lead pass for Boma. Boma into the offensive zone. Lost control of the puck, but that won't shy him away from finishing his check on Andrew Bondarchuk. And back to center we go as Bondarchuk with the clear. To the red line, though. It's kicked back. Here's Brett Regner defensively. Right side for Brian Flynn. Flynn spun around by Cody Franson, stepping up on him. And Franson gets the clear. Good thing, too. If Flynn was able to sneak that pass in, it would have been a 2-on-1 for the Stars. Busting into the zone. Gustav Forsling, right wing pinching. Now they'll work it on in. Here's Joel Esperance, left side. Delay call coming. And the IceHogs left side will touch this puck. And it'll be a hooking call against Rockford. Chris DiDomenico is going to head off to the penalty box. Not happy about it, but won't argue too much. And Texas, who capitalized on the man advantage late in the first period, will go on power play number 3. And Chris DiDomenico, as great as he has been offensively, he also leads the IceHogs in penalty minutes. He now has 22 with that hooking call. Face off to the glove hand side of Jeff Glass. Stars will handle this one and go to the right point for Gavin Bayreuther. Bayreuther across the ice for Mangine. Juggled it for a moment. Franson will close in on him. Gets rid of it. Bayreuther left point for Rope. Hits. Centered it up. Deflected wide to the far post of Glass. Out to the blue line. IceHogs throw it. Sakura gets it just off the stick of Bayreuther, and the clear will occur, and both teams will re-rack here. Minute and a half left on this penalty kill for the Rockford IceHogs. Gavin Bayreuther brings this one into the offensive zone. Wrists are high to the glove of Glass and ends up in the near corner. Svedberg can't get the clear, however. Dickinson keeps it alive. Jason Dickinson runs right into Franson. That will make sure the puck changes hands. And Svedberg this time will whip it the length of the ice. Early stages, second period, 1-1 contest. IceHogs back on the penalty kill. Matt Mangine waltzes his way through center ice from left to right, goes right down Main Street, lost control, rolls in on Glass. He'll just stick it along, and the IceHogs will clear it away. In fact, a slow roller down. Here's Lance Boma shorthanded. Boma in the near corner with Dowling. He gets bodied up, and Rockford will come away with the puck. McKenzie stole it for a moment from Luke Johnson. Now Boma and McKenzie exchanging words right in front of the IceHog bench. Meanwhile, Texas taking their time on the breakout. Travis Morin, who scored on that 5-on-3 for the Stars in the first period, moves it in. Right circle, Regner fires into the chest of Jeff Glass. He will hold on with McKenzie closing in. And a defensive zone face-off. Good read there by Jeff Glass as Regner pulled it from the top of the dot. Took a couple of steps to the middle of the ice, and McKenzie screening, but comes up with a save. Glass in the regular season against the Stars went 1-0. Came away with a big victory in their first meeting on December 2nd, a 6-2 win there. Colin Delia would play the next two games, then Matt Tompkins would finish out the four-game head-to-head series as the IceHogs went 3-1-0 against the Stars. Face off to the left side of Glass. Bounces in front of Glass and walking across. McKenzie got a shot away by Glass, a paddle down save. That one took a couple of awkward hops. McKenzie and Flynn able to push it into harm's way. Regner at the right point keeps it alive. 15 seconds left on the power play here for the Stars. IceHogs, though, will catch Regner's rim around the wall. Up the far wing, Dahlstrom will chip it up high in the air, and this one will go down. 3 seconds left until DiDomenico comes out. IceHogs stop the Stars' attack at their blue line. Glendening throws it back to the Texas side of the red line. Regner will take control. Brett Regner near wing, goes by both benches, dumps it down. Glendening is on it. They'll put it right back up the near side and out to center ice. David Camp, left wing for the IceHogs. He is offside for a moment. Lance Boma, so he has to sit back and wait for Boma to tag back up. Turning it around is Bondarchuk for the Stars. Andrew Bondarchuk brings this one in the offensive zone. Yoni Tula catches it on an angle and on to Glendening. Glendening lead pass for Boma into the zone. Boma wrister wide of McKenna. Angles off the back wall, and McKenna has to be ready. That was rolling back in front of him. He will reach down, cover up, and grab a whistle. 15:49 left in the second period. IceHogs successful in that PK. Stars drop to 1 for 3. But shots now go in favor of Texas. They lead 18-16. Now 4 shots for them. Here in the second period, IceHogs looking for their first look on Mike McKenna. H. the goal scorer for the Hogs, out there now with Johnson and Highmore. Svedberg and Franson ready to go from the blue line. Johnson will drop the gloves and stick with Sheldon Dries, who will win the face-off and ring it around the wall. Svedberg keeps it in at the near point, gives it on to Johnson. He'll throw it right back around to the far side. Here's Highmore. Takes a healthy hit, but H. picks it up. Wrister deflected. That one may have gone off of Dries, if not Johnson, and out to the far corner. Good attempt, though, by H. from a good distance out. In the far corner, Bondarchuk battling with Johnson. Highmore in the area as well. Good stick work from the IceHogs. And Bondarchuk right now just holding on. Now the IceHogs get it away from him to the blue line. Svedberg, wrist shot. This one deflected off a closing stick. Colin Markison cutting down the angle, lets it hit off of him, and he'll let this one pop up and out of play. A few more seconds tick off the game clock, but still early here in the second period of a 1-1 contest. Jump on the IceHogs playoff bandwagon from now until the end of the 2018 playoffs. If you pick up a 20-game or full season ticket plan, you grab a free player t-shirt of your favorite IceHogs player. 1 shirt per ticket plan each full season. You'll grab dinner on the IceHogs as well on opening night on October 13th. So be sure to circle the date there, icehogs.com, or give them a call at 815-986-6465. Again, that's icehogs.com for all your information on the Rockford IceHogs. Game 5, IceHogs looking to force tomorrow night. We'll be right back here at BMO Harris Bank Center. And they want to send this series back to Texas. Game 6 would be Monday, Memorial Day. Game 7 would be Tuesday. IceHogs have to run the table if they want to make it to the Calder Cup Finals. But they have gone and run the table the 2 previous series before this one. 3-0 in a best of 5 over Chicago, and then 4-0 in a best of 7 on Manitoba. For the Stars, they needed 4 games to decide the winner against their first round opponent in Ontario, and they needed 5 against Tucson. Rockford back in the offensive zone, left wing point. Victor Svedberg, another shot gets deflected up and out of play. So as many attempts the IceHogs are taking, the Stars starting to get bodies in the way. But enough IceHog shots have gotten through to now tie up the shot clock at 18 aside. IceHog games can be your community showcase. We want your ballerinas, cheer squads, martial arts demonstrations, youth hockey, and choirs, all to perform during our games here at BMO Harris Bank Center. Visit icehogs.com or call 815-986-6465. Draw to the right side of Mike McKenna up the near wing. The Stars will bring it out to center ice. Here's Bayreuther leading it for Morin. Morin left side, long distance wrister, in and out of the body of glass. And lands in the near corner. Gustav Forsling left side for Peltier. Peltier on ahead for Henrik Samuelsson. Samuelsson shovel pass to Peltier, who will dump it down. Goes all the way up the far side, and Dahlstrom was starting to walk to the middle of the ice. He thought maybe that would stay in the zone, as it was looking like it was going to clip off a pair of skates, but no can do, and the IceHogs have to hurry this one back out to center ice. Forsling up the middle, right to left, trying to dump it in, put a little too much lift on it, and that will sail out of play. 14-18. Left in the second period, a 1-1 contest. H the goal at 6:24 the first. To make it 1-0 Rockford, and then Travis Morin on a 5-on-3 at 15:52. To make it 1-1. Face-off directly on top of the IceHogs crest at center. Rockford will win it. Here's Lance Boma, left wing. Down the near wall, goes face first into the near corner. Got a little help from Reese Scarlett. And Scarlett with the puck will go up the right side, trying to get Dennis Gurianov, but he was fighting his skates in the ice more than the puck. He'll fall down unassisted, and the IceHogs will lift this one back into the zone. Here's Joni Tulula, floats this one towards the front of the net, rolls in front of McKenna, never got through. Bouncing puck comes all the way back to the blue line. Here's Clendenning, right point. Adam Clendenning, right wing circle for David Camp, and it jumps off of his stick, and out to center comes Samuel LeBerge for the Texas Stars. LeBerge will dump it down. Glass out to play it. Left wing, he's got Boma. Boma with some speed for Chris DiDomenico. DiDomenico right side. Camp is offside. Camp was tripped up by the skates of Samuel LeBerge, and that'll bring a halt to the IceHog attack. They had to do a little stutter step at the blue line. Doesn't pay it out, and we'll have ourselves a timeout on the ice. 13.5 to go in the second. It's a 1-1 game here in game number 4. You're listening and watching Rockford IceHogs hockey on the IceHogs Broadcast Network.
Are you looking to straighten your teeth? Generations Dental now offers faster. Dr. Tartaglia and Generations Dental is a full-service dental office. They offer more than just cleanings. Generations Dental can do crowns, bridges, and implants. They also help patients with sleep apnea. And if you're a patient who prefers to sleep through your procedure, Generations Dental offers sedation dentistry. Most insurances and care credit are accepted. Generations Dental, Countryside Mall, Route 76, Poplar Grove.
Gustafson's Furniture is moving and expanding. After 20 years, Gustafson's is moving from Riverside to our expanded location at 6th Street. Each room is up to 50% off at a Riverside location. We'd rather move it to your house than to our State Street store. Up to 50% off all mattresses, dining, and accessories up to half off. Hurry! Everything's up for grabs, only while supplies last. During Gustafson's Moving and Expansion Sale, Riverside.
Gustafson's Furniture.
13:31 to play in the second period. The Rockford IceHogs and Texas Stars tied up at 1 aside. Both goals coming in the opening period. Shots on goal so far here in this second, belonging to Texas now 5-1. They lead overall 19-17. Face off in the IceHog defensive zone, right side of glass. The goaltender. Stars have it. They'll go behind the net. Here's Dickinson. Centers it off the near post. Intercepted by Victor Aichel, and he'll turn it out to center ice for Matthew Highmore. Highmore, right wing. He'll dump it down. Carries over to the near side. Aichel leaves it at the left wing circle for Luke Johnson. Johnson tried to kick it back to the point, but right there was Marcuson for Texas, and he'll fight his way out to center. He had to get around a couple of bodies, but does get it through. Marcuson down the right side, and Svedberg, who just has a massive size advantage on him, will knock it aside. Colin Marcuson, 5'10", 185. Victor Svedberg towering over him at 6'9", 234. Hogs will throw it right to left, back into the offensive zone. Martinson, high hit away from the play. It rolls underneath him and down to the near corner now as the IceHogs try to dump it through, but the Stars will knock it loose. Joel Lesperance, he'll fire it back out to center, and the IceHogs and Stars will finish up some changes here. Tyler Sakura fresh from the bench. Right side for Martinson. John Hayden on the other wing. We'll let it roll around left wing. Lesperance is on it, and he'll get another clear back out for Texas. Gustav Forsling along the bench side. He'll go across the ice for Martinson into the zone for John Hayden. Drop pass for Martinson to the blue line for Carl Dahlstrom. Dahlstrom stick handling down the wall. Gets around Flynn. Now centers it on a backhanded attempt. And it explodes away from Sakura. Looks like Lesperance got a stick in the way at the very last moment. And the Stars will send it on down. No icing though. Hayden will pick it up right side. He's got Dahlstrom. Dahlstrom far wing for Tanner Caro. Carroll will dump this one in. William Peltier is going to beat out the icing call here. McKenna went skating with it, lost control. Tanner Caro trying to go across the ice. Tudela pinching in from the left point. Had it right on the toe of his stick, could not hold on to it. Now Caro back to work in the far corner. Goes to the right side, Clendenning. His shot fires, deflects over top of the net. Lands in the left wing corner. Morin to the left point, near side. Tudela keeps it alive, and he'll hit up Peltier. Peltier onto Caro, couldn't get it through. On to Adam Clendenning, stick handles the line. Clendenning, left circle, wrister on its way. Blocker save, rebound comes up the far wall. Tudela will pinch in. Texas, though, will steal it away from him. They'll send a slow roller up the left wing and all the way down the ice. Clendenning will pick it up just shy of the red line. 11:05 to go in the second period, a 1-1 contest. IceHogs finishing up a change here. Clendenning up the middle. He's got Chris DiDomenico. DiDomenico down the near wall, turns it over at the red line. Taken there by Austin Fighton. Fighton right side for Dennis Gurianov. Wrister blocked away by Adam Clendenning. Clendenning let that one bank off of his stick into the far corner. David Camp will pick it up. Camp right top dot, looking for Boma, but Boma having a trouble with Samuel LeBears. LeBears will swing it behind the net on a good battle, one out. And Clendenning left side will have to look for an alternative solution. He cannot clear it though. He tried to go near wing. Scarlett has it for the Stars. IceHogs need options. Right side, they got DiDomenico. He's streaking down the right side. But catching up to him was LeBears on the back check. In comes Lance Boma. Healthy hit left wing. IceHogs trying to pick up their physical play in the offensive zone, but the puck rolls away from him. The Stars will slide this one high in the air and all the way down. No icing, so Victor Svedberg has to move. He's got Luke Johnson at the near side. Johnson back to his own blue line, being pestered by Marcuson the entire way to the red line. Now dumps it in, far corner. Out to play it will come Mike McKenna. He'll sling it up the left side, just got away from Victor Aichel. He had his body against the boards. Now Texas left side. Hits off a linesman. IceHogs have it. Here comes Aichel right side. Lost control of the puck. Luke Johnson will take it now. Johnson left wing circle for options. Wrister deflects off his stick and lands behind the net. Still in play. Thought that might clip the protective netting. Aichel, right wing point for Franson. Franson will dump it down. My goodness, if Aichel could have kept that on his blade and got a clean shot away, we'd be in business. Franson, one-timer from the point from Highmore. Gobbled up by Mike McKenna, and he will hold on. 9:20 to go in the second period. 1-1 game. IceHogs and Stars here in game number 4. You're listening and watching Rockford IceHogs hockey on the IceHogs Broadcast Network.
I'm sorry. Our assessment.
I'll find to help.
There's only one. Amco, kitchens and baths. The kitchen is the heart of your home. At Anco, we partner on each design, ensuring accuracy and the best use of space. Anco has a cure for that worn-out heart of your home.
And Paul Johnson, owner of Anco Kitchens and Baths. Paul, do you pay more for all these expert designers and the vast selection at Anco?
Absolutely not. We're Rockford's factory direct kitchen source. So as a cabinet distributor, our prices are unbeatable. You can get the best design, the best selection, and the best value. That's the Anco advantage.
For budget or high-end, Anco Kitchens and Baths is definitely where you'll get the most for your money.
Remember, you can drive all over Rockford and never find a better price.
A-N-D-C-O Anco Kitchens and Baths.
Become a fan of the IceHogs on Facebook at facebook.com/Rockford IceHogs. Join our conversation on Twitter at twitter.com/GoIceHogs. And follow the IceHogs on Instagram at instagram.com/Rockford IceHogs. It is a 1-1 contest, 9:20 to go here in period number 2. Both goals coming in the opening frame. IceHogs just had a nice break into the zone. Victor Angel down the right side had a clean shooting lane, but the puck jumped off of his stick. Ice looks like it's been a bit of a battle here in the second period for both clubs. But Rockford will have to now settle for an offensive zone faceoff. To the left side, far circle of Mike McKenna. They will handle it and ring it around the wall. Curtis McKenzie will bring it out to center ice for the Stars. McKenzie to the blue line. Taken away by the back-checking Sakura, right side for John Hayden. He'll slip it by 2 defenders and down. McKenna will come out to handle it. Now just calmly place it into the far corner. Hayden's going to beat everyone to it, though. Here goes John Hayden, right circle, bottom of the dot. Now skates to the around the net, centers it up in front of McKenna. Kicked off his skates. Andreas Martinson trying to push that one through around Regner to the blue line. Here's Dahlstrom, fires. This one gets blocked. Everyone looking for it. Lands in the far corner, and Justin Dowling will have it for Texas. Dowling up the middle for McKenzie. He will dump it down, and both teams will make some changes here. Shots 5-3 in favor of the Stars here in period number 2. Much quieter than what we saw in the opening frame, in which Texas had 16 shots to Rockford's 14. So defense first here in this second frame. Rockford right wing side, Chris DiDomenico into the zone. DiDomenico top of the right circle for David Camp. Little shake and bake. He'll cruise on into the far corner with Lance Boma. Back to Camp. Left wing point for Yoni Tulula. He'll ram it around the boards. Right back to Camp, however. On to Chris DiDomenico. Taking it for a skate left side. DiDomenico to the blue line. Trying to keep it alive, and the Stars will block it away. DiDomenico is off balance, and it'll roll on out to center ice. Lance Boma at his own blue line. Right side for Camp. Reaching. Poked out from underneath him, and Rope Hintz will dump it right back through for Texas. More changes coming for both clubs. 7.5 to go in the second period. IceHogs' second frame has been their best in the playoffs. They're going to try and tap into that. They are at plus 13. Texas, their second period has been their worst at a -2 goal differential. Yoni Tulula, left wing side. He needs to make a change, so he'll dump it down to the near corner. Shots even overall at 19 apiece as Texas brings it back out. Left to right they go. Joel Lesperance lost it underneath his skates. And the IceHogs defensively, Victor Svenberg will fling it out to the neutral zone. William Peltier in a battle with Matt Mangine. But Dennis Gurianov takes it from both of them, and he'll dump it back for the Stars. Out to Jeff Glass, who will come play it. Hands this one over to Cody Franson. Franson, a high fly ball to center ice. And the Stars will glove it down and play with a hand pass. Mangine swatted it to Austin Fighton. And that will give us another stoppage in play. For all your shopping needs, be sure to stop by Oink Outfitters, located inside the BMO Harris Bank Center. Oink Outfitters is open from 9 to 5 Monday through Friday and 10 to 2 on Saturday. Fans can also shop online anytime at icehogs.com. Some great new postseason gear up for grabs. Had a chance to take a look at it before puck drop here tonight. It looks sharp. You need to load up, especially for the IceHogs. And this postseason push they are making, of course, looking for the win here tonight to extend their playoffs to Game 5 tomorrow night. So grab it while you can. IceHogs gloving this one down as the Stars will fly it through center ice. Here's Franson right side. IceHogs going right to left in period number 2. Franson to the far corner. McKenna rings it around the boards. In comes Victor Angel with Tanner Caro. Angel behind the net with some room. To the right wing point. Has his man in Gustav Forsling. Forsling snuck a shot away. Gets blocked, however. And it looks like Reese Scarlett got a piece of that one in the shin pads. Texas has done a good job of blocking some shots. IceHogs right side have to hurry back to their own line. Matthew Highmore bouncing puck, could not settle, but Dahlstrom is there. Dahlstrom on a 4-on-3. First down the right wing. Carves in front. He gets hooked up. No call. Carl Dahlstrom doing it all himself. The referees elected to play on. Matthew Highmore in the neutral zone. Highmore is having a tough time handling that puck. Comes rolling up the right wing, and here goes Luke Johnson on to Victor Angel. Angel right side. Goes to the bottom of the circle. Centers up for Highmore. Backhander off the stick of Johnson on a deflection. He'll slice this one to the near corner. Close one there for Carl Dahlstrom. He was dipping, diving, juking his way to the front of the net and just couldn't get a clean shot away. Here goes Texas and Dowling right side. Justin Dowling trying to center it up, hit off a stick. McKenzie with it. Backhander. Pad save coming by Glass. To Regner at the blue line. Fires. Deflected in on Glass. He squeezes the pads tight and holds on. His hands were up in the air, including his goal stick. So it's just the knobby knees of the netminder to get a hold of that one, and he sits on it to grab us a promo timeout. 5:10 to go in the second. 1-1 game here in game number 4. You're listening and watching Rockford IceHogs hockey on the IceHogs Broadcast Network.
Flapper dresses, feathers. Bring Prohibition Freeport on Saturday, July 14th. The rustic Wagner House in historic downtown Freeport transforms into an old-fashioned speakeasy for this multi-location event. Al Capone has made his final run to this juice joint, and it's time to get all dolled up and nibble one. Wagner House has set the scene behind their secret door, so step back into old Chicago, where the brick wine and bathtub gin flowed. And at any moment, the buzz could raid the place. Prohibition Freeport, Saturday, July 14th at historic downtown Freeport. Get your multi-location punch card early. The bootlegging and backroom deals are done for a night of flapper dresses, feathers, and fedoras at Prohibition Freeport in historic downtown. Call 815-232-4408 for tickets and to learn more about this event and others. Give the Wagner House a like on Facebook. The rustic Wagner House in Freeport, where they've reimagined fun.
5:10 left in the second period. The Rockford IceHogs and Texas Stars tied up at 1 aside. Both goals from the first period. Victor Angel at 6:24. Travis Moore on the power play at 15:52. Here in the second, Texas with 7 shots to Rockford's 3. Jeff Glass just before break came up with some big saves, including a large deflection. A shot that was about shoulder high, got knocked out of the air and went straight to his feet. And he was dropping down on his knees to make this stop, and his stick was up in the air, but his knees able to smush it together and hold on for a whistle. It looks like Glass will take a bit of an extended break coming out of the timeout, having to adjust some equipment, but the face-off will be to his left-hand side. Postseason debut for him, and he's not looked too shabby here tonight. Couple of big stops, keeping this one a close one. Shots overall in favor of the Stars, 21-19 as Texas will win this face-off. Rope hints to Regner. Good deflection on the wrister in front by Joel Lesperance, and the rebound to the near corner. At his back to the net, hit off the shaft of the stick and got it on target. John Hayden on the turnabout for Rockford on to Martinson. Martinson left side, Tula fires into the chest of McKenna. He will hold on tight. Traffic in front of him. The IceHogs have been firing, but not all shots have been getting through. A lot of blocks, especially here in this second period. But Tula, in just his second postseason contest, able to get one through. And Mike McKenna will hold on tight for another save. Game 5 between these two clubs looking to be tomorrow night. Puck drop at 7 o'clock. If the IceHogs can grab the win here tonight, if the Stars win, they will move on to the Calder Cup Finals for the 3rd time in their team history. David Camp will take this face-off. Camp trying to win it away, but Sheldon Dries has it for the Stars. Dries near wing, cannot get it out of the zone. Markuson was pushing it there, but Glendening at the left point keeps it alive. Glendening backhands it to the bottom of the near circle, and now Markuson will pull it off the wall away from Camp and get it out to center. Texas moving into the zone, 3-on-2 if they hurry. Marcus in between the circles, broken up, and now the IceHogs have numbers the other way. Here's DiDomenico right side. Puck is rolling on him, and this is going to be a difficult play. He tried to pass it, hit off his skates. Now he gets it to settle down, but he's got pressure on him. Chris DiDomenico, right wing, all the way to the point. He'll skate it backwards. Now goes out to the far corner for Camp. David Camp, middle of the ice, looking for a wrister. This one gets blocked. It's in skates of Boma. Here's Victor Svedberg. Svedberg looking for a shooting lane. Nothing there as Ragnar stands in his way. Svedberg pulls back to the left point. Now hits up Chris DiDomenico. DiDomenico with some open room. DiDomenico, right wing circle. Wrister. Boma had it go underneath him. Into the near corner, in fact. Svedberg will pinch down and hold on again. On to Clendenning. Clendenning back to DiDomenico. On to Clendenning. Looking for a wrister. Off a shin pads. And rolls up and out of play. 3:44 to go in the second period. 1-1 contest. IceHogs had something going, but the Texas Stars, infuriating defense, let this one bank off their shin pads and get it out of play. Little pushing and shoving after the fact, but everything will quietly subside. There's still time to secure your Rockford IceHogs season seats for the upcoming season, 2018-2019. Season seat members enjoy the biggest discounts off of ticket prices, receive exclusive benefits, and get to have the same great seat at every IceHogs home game. Visit icehogs.com to see all the great benefits and sign up or call 815-986-6465. Draw to the right of McKenna, near circle for the IceHogs attack, but Texas will win it out and send a slow roller on down. Travis Moore in pursuit. Victor Svedberg needs to hurry. He'll just lift it up the left wing. Pass too far for Andreas Martinson. And it'll stay in the neutral zone. Now the Stars will dump it on down. Here's Svedberg again. Victor Svedberg, right wing side for Andreas Martinson. Knocked off of his puck possession, and it'll roll back into the defensive zone. Franson going D-to-D for Svedberg, left wing for John Hayden. Hayden into the zone, reaching is Tyler Sakura. Knocks sideways, puck comes across the ice. Here's John Hayden again. Hayden tied up by McKenzie, but keeps moving his feet, and he'll skate it down to the corner. Poked away at the last moment by Bodnarchuk. Good stick, though. He took a hit from Hayden, but makes the play and gets the clear to center. McKenzie, left wing, goes across for Moore, and he'll dump it down. Both teams changing things up here. Andreas Martinson, right wing side, having trouble getting out of his zone. Now up ahead for Sakura. He'll just tap dance this one into the offensive zone, and now the IceHogs will change things up. 2:39 to go in the second period. 1-1 contest. Here's Ragnar. Ragnar right side. Wrister blocked in front of Jeff Glass. The puck was loose to the right side. Nobody saw it, including the Stars. Austin fighting. If he did find it, that would have been a wide open net to shoot at. Everyone was looking around for it. Now the IceHogs up the right side will get it out and down into the offensive zone. They'll dump it behind McKenna. 2:15 left in the second period. Stars up the middle of the ice will clear. Dahlstrom will have it at the blue line for Rockford. He turns it over to Fighton, but Texas was way offside. So the Hogs able to tag back up with some open space. Now we're going to get a whistle, and now we're going to get a penalty. And this penalty is going to come away from the play, and it's going to be against Rockford. Henrik Samuelson's going to get flagged here, and it's well away from the puck. It'll be a cross-checking call against Samuelson, who is in his second playoff game of this Calder Cup year, and the IceHogs handed a late period penalty kill. Fourth power play for the Stars comes with 2:02 left. Henrik Samuelson, who exploded on the scene for Rockford after beginning the year in the ECHL. Samuelson, with 25 games, 9 goals, 3 assists, 12 points for the fourth-year pro and former first-round selection of the Phoenix, now Arizona Coyotes. He'll have to sit down in the IceHogs. The right side of Glass will clear it away. And, of course, Samuelson burst onto the scene, scoring 3 goals in his first 3 games. But out there now, Boma with Johnson, Svedberg, and Martinson as the Stars looking to take their first lead of the night. They'll go down the left wing side. It hits off of Franson, who will just quickly turn around and whip it to the neutral zone. 94 seconds left here in period number 2. Travis Moore on left side. Brings it into the zone. Pushes it along for Justin Dowling. He'll roll it up to the near wall. Svedberg with it on to Johnson. Cannot clear. Texas with a clean lane. Dowling left wing circle. He'll hold on to it though and go back to the near side for Travis Morin. Morin Back along the half wall. They'll go behind the net now for Brian Flynn. Flubbed on the catch. And the IceHogs will meet him with it. Franson will steal it and clear it down. Stars will be chased back inside their own net thanks to Boma. And Brent Ragnar will try and get one more push going here for Texas. Under a minute to go in the second period. For the Rockford IceHogs, if these next 48 seconds go by without a goal in their favor, it'll be the first time they haven't scored a goal in the second period. And we talked about that goal differential earlier on in the frame. The goal differential has been impressive as Texas right circle send one towards Jeff Glass, but he's able to watch it all the way through and catch it into his chest. The IceHogs have outscored their opponents 18-5 in the second period, but are 36.2 seconds away from watching a second period goal scoring streak come to a close. It's been a knockdown, drag-out affair here in game number 4. Conference finals, first time the IceHogs have been here in their AHL team history. Face off to the left of Glass. IceHogs won it, but their clearing attempt got jammed up in padding, and here's Rope Hintz. Hintz to Bayreuth, their one-timer deflected, they score! Texas strikes with just seconds left in the middle period. Another power play goal for them. They improved to 2 for 4. And the Stars have their first lead of the game. It's now 2-1. With just over 25 seconds left. That may have gone off a member of the IceHogs, and indeed it looks like it went off of Carl Dahlstrom. And Dahlstrom grabs his helmet in disgust. That's now 2 big goals for the Stars that have been gone right off of IceHog sticks. Of course, Adam Clendenning in game 3. McKenzie's shot, which was actually a pass, but banked right off of Clendenning and into the back of the net. And this looks like it'll belong to Matt Mangine at the left point, who pulled the trigger. And if that is indeed the case, it'll be Mangine's first goal of the postseason. He does have a nice assist streak coming in of 4 games with 4 helpers, but that tally gives the Stars the lead. It's 2-1. Final seconds of the second period. Here's Joni Tulula. Tulula to the red line. Left side, dumps it down across ice. Here's Clendenning at the right point. Rister blocked in front of McKenna. Comes to the near side. Rister fought off backhander. IceHogs can't sneak it through. McKenna scrambling to the far post. Able to hold on tight as the horn sounds. And now we're going to get ourselves a good shoving match after the horn. Travis Morin comes flying on through. Martinson and company knock him sideways. He falls on the outside of the net. A second pile over in the right wing corner. But the officials have a handle on it, and that'll give us a pause here. And now both teams will slowly but surely clear the benches and make their way towards the locker room. So the Texas Stars on the power play late here in the second period at 19:34. That's Sheldon Dries the goal. Mangine the primary assist, so Dries with the marker, his 7th of the playoffs. Gavin Bayruther the secondary assist. And that's how we will close out 40 minutes here in game number 4. IceHogs are down. Going into the third period, they're down in the series and looking for their biggest period of the season coming up. But first, we'll have the Schnucks second intermission report with the Illinois Lottery second period scoring recap, and a look at all the out-of-town scores and news around the professional hockey world, and of course, take a peek at what's going on here in game number 4 of the Western Conference Finals. IceHogs trailing Texas 2-1. After 2 periods, you're listening and watching Rockford IceHogs hockey on the IceHogs Broadcast Network. And that came back here earlier in the series against the Texas Stars. Shots on goal overall in favor of the Texas Stars as well, 24-22. IceHogs had just 6 in the second period. As for Texas, they would have a 10. Certainly much quieter than what we saw in the opening frame when the IceHogs had 16 to the Stars is 14. Jeff Glass in goal for Rockford. He is now going to occupy the net to our left-hand side. IceHogs will be going from left to right here in period number 3. It's going to have to be a big one. The IceHogs are down in the series 3-0 and are looking to avoid getting wiped out 4 straight by the Texas Stars and try and force game number 5, which would be tomorrow night right back here at BMO Harris Bank center. John Hayden, Tyler Sakura, and Andreas Martinson will get things started with Cody Franson and Victor Svedberg. Sheldon Dries out there with Dickinson and Colin Markison. You have on the blue line on the back end, John Nyberg in the lineup for Texas here tonight with Dylan Hetherington coming out, and along with Reese Scarlett as the defensive pairing. Puck is down, and here we go for the third. Texas reaching for it on a long distance pass for Dickinson, but he cannot collect, and that'll be an icing call against Texas. Just a few seconds here into period number 3. Draw to the right-hand side of Mike McKenna. Texas entering tonight's matchup on a nice 7-game winning streak, looking to extend it to 8. Texas, Rockford, and Toronto, the 3 teams in this AHL postseason that have gone on winning streaks of 7 contests. IceHogs went 7-0 to start before they ran into this Texas group. And for the Stars, their last loss was Game 1 against Tucson, an overtime setback before they rattled off the next 4 straight against the Pacific Division leading Tucson Roadrunners. And they've had to go through some good teams. Ontario in the first round took 4 games, and then it took 5 against Tucson. Whereas Ontario's path, they had to go through Chicago, the number 1 seed out of the Central Division, and a hot team too at the time, and then Manitoba, who was the number 1 team in the AHL, let alone the division, for a good chunk of the year. And that came in the second round. Puck knocked up and out of play at center ice, and that'll give us another drop directly on top of the IceHog crest. Still within the first minute of the third period. 2-1 Texas. Johnson Highmore and Victor Ainschel out there for the IceHogs. Ainschel the goal for Rockford fairly early in the game, but Texas, like they've done the past couple of contests, have found a way to fight back and tie things up. And not only that, but they have taken the lead. Carl Dahlstrom off a dumping from the Stars following the face-off. He'll break this one right side. They'll find Luke Johnson, who will fly it into the offensive zone. Picked up there by Brett Regner. Regner back to center ice for Texas. He'll put it on a backhand and throw it into the near corner. Glass will get a piece of it, sling it on to Dahlstrom. Reverses it around his own end wall and up the left wing side for Highmore. Highmore fights off a check from behind, but still manages to push it forward. He will dump it down, and now the IceHogs will finish up their change here. They'll get their new defensive pairing out there. Texas right side, trying to clear it out, and it hits off a stick and deflects up and out of play. Just a minute and 28 seconds gone here in period number 3. The recap and breakdown. Victor Ainschel, as I mentioned in the first period, at 6:24. And then Travis Morin on the power play late in the first to make it 1-1. And Matt Mangine, his first of the postseason, in the final minute of the second period to give the Stars a 2-1 lead. As your Illinois Lottery scoring recap. Scoring summary is brought to you by the more powerful than ever Powerball from the Illinois Lottery. With more millionaires, bigger jackpots, and better odds. Play responsibly. Must be 18 or older to participate. Texas right wing side. They'll get it out of their zone and scooch down the far wall. Tanner Carroll will pick it up at his own blue line and backhand it around. Adam Clendenning out of the IceHog zone. Right wing, and he was looking for either the sprint, but now Tanner Carroll's going to beat out the icing call. Was a questionable play, but Carroll had it on the other side. Now he's got Henrik Samuelsson in the near corner on the rip around. Samuelsson, the bottom of the dot for William Peltier, fighting through a check of Rope Hintz. He'll go down to Carroll. Carroll looking for his first goal of the postseason. Lost sight of it, and the Stars will move through center. Here's Rope Hintz. Runs into Clendenning, takes the body. Good play, Clendenning. And Peltier will pick it up on the other side. Left wing for Joni Tulula. Tulula, an upcoming young prospect defensively for the Chicago Blackhawks organization. Again, it's just his second playoff game here. Only played in 2 games in the regular season. Ironically against Texas, but a bright young future for him. As it'll be a lot of fun to see what he can do with the IceHogs and Blackhawks coming up here. And his first full pro year, just a season away. Left wing side, Stars into the zone. John Nyberg, he will dump it down. Rings behind the net of Jeff Glass and picked up by Cody Franson. Up the middle for Sakura at the red line. He'll go hard past left side for John Hayden. He will dump it down. Another young prospect for Chicago, and John Hayden got some time up and down this year. He picked up some big goals for both clubs, but a grind-out player, and he really motors along in the offensive zone. 16:50 left here in period at number 3. A 2-1 Texas lead. Stars aggressive on the forecheck. Gustav Forsling knocks it away, and Forsling will whipped this one onto his D partner in Carl Dahlstrom, the fellow countryman out of Sweden, playing catch. Now Dahlstrom running into trouble. He'll go up the near wall for Chris DiDomenico. DiDomenico lost it at the red line, taken away by Colin Markison, but back checking is Lance Boma. Boma right wing side, on to DiDomenico. He'll push this one into the offensive zone. Looking for DiDomenico, centered it up for Boma, fought off by McKenna. Boma actually pushed it into the crease while falling down, and McKenna had to reach out with the blocker hand to knock it away. Joni Tuula spinning back behind his own net, now right side for DiDomenico. DiDomenico out of his own zone. Will begin the march for the IceHogs, turns it over at the red line, but the Stars couldn't do anything with it. They'll overskate, and Luke Johnson will pull it into his own end. 15:55 to play in period number 3. Tuula will flip it in right side. Johnson was offside, and that'll give us a stoppage. For all the latest news and videos on your Rockford IceHogs, visit the official website home, icehogs.com. Fans can also purchase tickets and merchandise or visit the IceHogs social media accounts. That's icehogs.com. And again, a special thanks to all those tuning in to tonight's broadcast on the IceHogs social media outlets, namely on Facebook with the live audio stream there. But of course, everyone tuned in on 23.2 Cozy TV and Sports Fan Radio 1330. Special hello to the teams back on the airwaves. Broadcasting here live from downtown Rockford, Illinois. Face-off will be directly out at center ice following that offside call. It took a minute. There was a broken stick back in the IceHog defensive zone, but that's since been cleaned up and will return to action. Hogs will win it. Adam Clendenning will backpedal inside his own zone. Now go on to Joni Tuula. Tuula left side for Highmore. Jumps off of his stick onto Clendenning. He will dump it down. It's on goal. McKenna will make a play, and he'll just push it up the right side and back to center. 4.5 gone in the third period. IceHogs down by a tally. Victor Aichel up the middle. Aichel with some speed now. Aichel trying to leave this one for Johnson. In skates, has to take it to the right wing boards. Luke Johnson goes behind the net for Matthew Highmore. Highmore to left wing point for Tuula. Fakes the shot, now rims it back around and comes up the near side. Johnson at the bottom of the right circle, being helped by Aichel, but taken away by Brian Flynn. And Flynn will send it back further along in his defensive zone, and that'll allow the IceHogs now to pull back and make a change here. Stars will do the same. Quiet beginnings of this third period. Only some distant looks, just one shot. In fact, that was the dump in that McKenna would catch and play along. Texas moving this one into the offensive zone. Liston wrist shot, glove down by Cody Franson. Right side for William Peltier. Peltier give and go with Tanner Caro. Caro into the zone. Wrister blocked in front of McKenna and goes off into the near corner. Austin Fighton will pick it up. Fighton to the neutral zone. In his second playoff game, scored a big goal last contest in game 3. They'll turn it over to Henrik Samuelsson. Samuelsson behind the net for William Peltier. Peltier will bring it off the far circle. His wrists are blocked, cuts across, and Jason Dickinson will take control. Dickinson looking for room. He goes up the far wing, but runs right into Caro and Peltier. They'll slow it behind the net, and picked up there by Nyberg. IceHogs trying to grind away, but the Stars at the moment just playing a game of keep away. 6 minutes gone in the third. 2-1 Texas. They'll dump it in and finish up a change here. Here's Cody Franson to Victor Svedberg. Right side for Andreas Martinson. One shot can change it all. John Hayden with Martinson right side. Drop pass. Wrister off a stick and tips up and out of play. That will give us a promo timeout on the ice. 13:47 left in the third period. It's 2-1 Texas. And a must-win game 4 for the Rockford IceHogs. You're listening and watching IceHogs Hockey on the IceHogs Broadcast Network.
If there's a purchase you it's a gun purchase, especially if you're a new gun owner with lots of questions. Visit Leo's Gun Shop for an expert consultation today. Leo's warm, friendly staff will help you through their large inventory and take the time to be sure you make the purchase that's right for you. And of course, Leo's Gun Shop strongly promotes gun safety and responsible ownership. Sign up for their next concealed carry class, which includes range time. Leo's Gun Shop, 535 Loves Park Drive, online at leosgunshop.com.
We know that there's incredible artistic talent in the Rockford area, and we also know that you could use an extra $1,000. Win that grand with your artist's hand at the Marcos Vapor Stack and Cash Billboard Contest. Must be at least 18. One submission per artist. Use any medium, any content, as long as it's appropriate for public viewing. The deadline is 11:59 p.m. June 23rd. Find all the rules and requirements at marcosvapor.com/billboard contest.
Marcos
13:47 to go in the third period. The Rockford IceHogs looking for a tying tally in this one. They're down to the Texas Stars 2-1 in game number 4. Must-win scenario for Rockford. Right now, they have the only shot on goal here in this third period. The Stars, it looks like they're just going to try and play defense and block everything the IceHogs can handle, but Rockford going to try and push on through. Luke Johnson out there with Christy Domenico and Victor Angel. Gustav Forsling and Carl Dahlstrom on the backside. Johnson's going to win it cleanly, but it neither goes to both point men as it goes right between him and out to center. Tough right there. That was a clean win for Luke Johnson. So the IceHogs will have to restart at center, left to right. They'll dump it down. Johnson back with it from Dahlstrom, right side to the near corner. Picked up by Justin Dowling. Dowling, though, turns it over to DiDomenico, left wing circle. DiDomenico hands this one on to Victor Angel. Angel lost sight of it, and this will roll back in Texas hands, and out to center we go. Johnson back to grab. Up the middle, he's got Angel again. Lead pass for DiDomenico, but he picked up that back foot and burst into the zone offside, so that'll bring another stoppage. 13-12 to play in the third period. Looking to grow your business and support the Forest City community? The IceHogs can help. Become a partner with the IceHogs this season and celebrate victories on and off the ice. And you can visit the IceHogs online at icehogs.com or give them a call at 815-986-6465. Say hello to Jessica for me. She'll be happy to get you all partnered up and enjoy a lot of fun here at BMO Harris Bank Center this postseason, as well as on into it next year. Face off directly at center ice. IceHogs will control. Adam Clendenning up the middle for Lance Boma. Boma bursts into the zone. Carries it into the near corner on to David Camp. Camp, his attempt to the point, back to Clendenning. Block, goes around the wall, and Boma in hot pursuit yet again. He'll pick it up in the left circle. Lance Boma, wrister, deflected. This one hit a member of the Stars up underneath the visor. Texas is in trouble now as this one jumped up, and now the Stars will get a touch. And their fallen man will have to be tended to. He was flailing around. That was Andrew Bodnerchuk on the Lance Boma deflection shot. Boma pulled the trigger, and it went rolling right up the stick and into the face of Bodnerchuk, who dropped down in a hurry and started kicking around. Scary sight there as the training staff for Texas sprinting out on the ice. As that block, it's been blocked and deflected all different kinds of ways, and that one did not go the way Bondarchuk was hoping. It was a good block, but came with a little bit of a price. The 10th-year pro and a Calder Cup champion in 2015 with Manchester before they moved out west to Southern California. Second year with Texas, still being looked over, has yet to pull himself up. 21 points in 73 games for the Stars, but has helped the back end for Texas. A +3 here in the postseason for them entering tonight as a goal, and that goal came in game 4 against Tucson. Now he's got a towel pressed to his face, and as he picks himself up off the ice, there is definitely a remainder of life spilled at the bottom of that left circle. So Bondarchuk will have to go off, and the Stars are going to be without a defenseman for a little bit. So the crew, the ice crew, is going to have to come over and scrape up that small pool. And luckily, it looks like he's all right. That puck, by the way the towel is being pressed, is up against the chin. So that'll give us a delay here with 12:47 to go in the third period. IceHogs down 2-1 to the Texas Stars. Third time these two teams have gotten together in the Calder Cup playoffs. 2010 and 2015, and the series has been loaded up with irony. Of course, the IceHogs fell to the Stars 4-0 in 2010. But in 2015, they returned the favor with a 3-0 roll through in the best-of-5 format first round there. And the IceHogs, last time they went 4-out, or 3-out, or were just out completely without a win in a series, 2016 against Lake Erie. The last time it was the best-of-7 was that 2010 campaign against Texas. Milwaukee, a year before in 2009, they would bow out there as well. So again, these two teams know each other well. The IceHogs 3-7 all time against the Stars here in the postseason. Now we're ready to drop the puck again. It'll come to the left side of Mike McKenna. Christy Domenico with Luke Johnson and Victor Ainshel. One back Sheldon Dries with Dickinson and Markuson. Markuson catches it. It gets rolled around his own end boards. Right wing. He'll fly it out to center. IceHogs back with it. Ainshel across the line. They'll dump it down to the near corner. Johnson in pursuit. Out comes McKenna. They'll play it up the left wing. Knocked down. And the Stars will clip it out to center ice. They have numbers coming if they hurry. But the IceHogs come back. Good play, Cody Franson. But he turns it right over to Dickinson. Dickinson turns it around. Walks in front of Jeff Glass. Centers it up. Had a man in Dowling. But his shot goes off his skates. And flutters to the far corner. Good look there. The IceHogs defense thought they got a clean clear. But no, the Stars turned it around in a hurry. A dozen minutes left here in the third period. Game 4. Adam Clendenning right side for Christy Domenico. They'll lead this one into the offensive zone. Good hit by Domenico behind the cage of Mike McKenna. But the Stars will flip it out to center ice. Here's McKenzie. McKenzie across the red line. Looking for Clendenning. Clendenning angles a pass. Gets it on to John Hayden. Hayden left wing for Carl Dahlstrom, trying to swoop into the zone. Back to Hayden. Plays the body, but the Stars knock it back to center. Here's McKenzie again. Curtis McKenzie, who has had a dandy of a series against Rockford, let alone a wonderful postseason push for the captaincy. Well represented for Texas. He will lose it after all that build-up, and it'll come to center. The puck will knock over into the IceHog bench, and that will give us a stoppage of play. 11:18 to go in the third. Again, Texas up 2-1. Go-ahead goal for them in the final minute of the second period. Both Stars goals have come on the power play. 5-on-3 late first period, and then the 5-on-4 in the second. And that'll extend the personal power play goal scoring streak of the Stars to now 6 games. And over that stretch of time, they now have 8 tallies over that 6, including tonight. Rockford through center ice off the restart. Tyler Sakura right side. His wrist shot blocked in front of McKenna. Powering his way to the front was Andreas Martinson. Could not push this one through. Ends up going wide of the net. Stars will clear back out to center. Here's Sakura again, this time along the far boards. He'll dump it down. Rolls up the near side. Martinson, well-timed hit, but just could not keep the puck with them. And once again, Texas will clear. Not a whole lot of shots here in this third period. In fact, looking at the numbers, they still have a 1-0 Rockford lead here in this third frame. IceHogs left side, fire, pad save coming. There's a shot for you and a good one. McKenna the save. Net gets knocked off its moorings. Rockford, oh so close right there from tying things up. But that right post of McKenna gets bumped off to bring a timeout. They're going to move the face-off to center, so they're saying the IceHogs are the ones that knocked this one away. And Smedberg is arguing. He was arguing with the back referee and Terry Koharski. And now he's going to go over and chat with the other official tonight, Corey Severett, Jesse Marquis, and Libor Shushikak helping out on the lines. Pardon me on that pronunciation, but it'll end up coming out to center ice. Stars will handle this one. Sheldon Dries left wing will dump it on down. Excuse me, skips in behind Jeff Glass. And right to David Camp in the far corner. He'll backhand it around. Cody Franson. Hard pass to center ice for Lance Boma. Boma one-on-one with Reese Scarlett. He'll dump it into the far corner. Stars will pick it up. Gavin Bayruther. Left wing side. Being pressured by Camp coming over. Couple of 7s on the back of their uniforms. And Bayruther will retreat back behind his own net. We're halfway through the third period. Stars nursing a 2-1 lead. They have yet to get a shot on Jeff Glass. It is 2-0 Rockford in shots. Stars now into the offensive zone. For a brief moment, now Luke Johnson brings it the other way. The door is cracked open for the IceHogs to get some chances here. As Johnson right side, wrister into the glove of McKenna. He will hold on, and that'll give us a promo timeout. Fewest shots in a single period for the IceHogs is 4. They just pick up their third, but we still got 9.5 to go in the final frame. Not a lot of offense going on. Stars trying to play lockdown D and hope to grab the Game 4 victory here tonight for the IceHogs. Time starting to wind down against them. You're listening and watching Rockford IceHogs hockey on the IceHogs Broadcast Network.
When's the last time your insurance company said good job when you checked your tire pressure? Or thanked you for staying safe online? That's why American Family Insurance started Dream Keep Rewards, a free program where you can earn a whole world of rewards, from cooking classes to 7-night getaways. For details, contact Jonathan Iacino, agent. Call 815-226-2424 or stop by 5411 East State Street, Suite 201 in Rockford today. Get more info at dreamkeep.amfam.com.
Some rewards not available in all states. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, American Family Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
You have one set of eyes, one set of ears, and one center of excellence for vision and hearing care. The Center for Sight and Hearing in Rockford. Whether you need a vision or hearing exam, glasses, or hearing aids, the center's passionate, dedicated, and knowledgeable staff will take the time to learn and understand your needs and develop an individualized solution tailored for you. The Center for Sight and Hearing. Specialized experts. Personalized solutions. 8038 McIntosh Lane. Online at centerforsighthearing.org.
9.5 to play in period number 3. The Rockford IceHogs trailing the Texas Stars 2-1. Game 4 of the Western Conference Finals. Thrilled to have you along for this one as the IceHogs battling in their 11th contest of the postseason. The Texas Stars, this is their 13th. Rockford 7-3, Stars are 10-2. And both teams entered this series with 7 wins, and Texas rattled off a 3-0 series lead. IceHogs looking to respond here in game number 4. They have the puck in the offensive zone. Wrist shot straight to the catching glove of McKenna. Luke Johnson, he just let it go from the distant left circle. And McKenna able to hold on tight. And that will give us another pause. 9:20 to go in period number 3. IceHogs trying to force game number 5 tomorrow. That will be a 7 o'clock puck drop right here at BMO Harris Bank Center. And then the IceHogs are going to have to run the table. So not only win tonight and tomorrow, but then it's going to go back to Texas, Cedar Park, north side of Austin. Game 6 will be Monday night. Game 7 will be on Tuesday. For the right to play for the Calder Cup Finals and represent the Western Conference. McKenna looking to his right side. He's been masterful here in the postseason, but the IceHogs have gotten to him a couple of times here in this series. Stars will handle this draw. They'll push it up the right wing and clear it all the way down. That'll easily go for an icing call. So another offensive zone faceoff coming here for the IceHogs. I feel like we're going to see a lot of this. The Stars just getting in the way of the IceHogs, especially their shot attempts. Plenty of blocks. We saw a lot in the second period of just attempts going off of sticks and shin pads deflected to the corners, and nothing too crazy for Mike McKenna to handle. The IceHogs had just 6 shots in the second period. They now have 3 here in the third. And the script's been flipped a little bit. Normally it's the IceHogs that have been playing lockdown defense. Opponents have outshot the IceHogs 69-94 in the third period in the series, as Rockford will win this face-off and immediately get a shot away at the left circle. Patted down, Mike McKenna. Rebound carries up the right side, and Colin Markison will back in at the center and down. That'll green light the Texas Stars line change after that icing call, and Andreas Martinson will bring it the other way. Martinson left wing side. On to John Hayden. Hayden stick handling. Goes to Yoni Tulula down the left wing and into the far corner. So Tulula pinching. He's in a good battle along the wall with Matt Mangine. Mangine gives this one over. He's got Reese Scarlett who will chip it out to center ice. The Stars will catch a bounce. Markison right side. He'll just walk to the blue line and dump it on in. Texas without a defenseman. Andrew Bondarchuk here early in the period took a puck to the chin, and he has had to go off and be tended to at the locker room. So the Stars having to short shift some defensemen here. Adam Clendenning out of his own zone for Rockford, left to right. He'll go down the far wing and dump it in. Here's Lance Boma. Boma in the far corner for Matthew Highmore. Highmore trying to crack through. Gets to the blue line for Dahlstrom. Wrist shot deflected in front of McKenna. Doesn't know where it is. It pops up behind the net. Highmore centered it up for Boma. Hit the outside of the goal. Lance Boma has had a gazillion chances here in the postseason. That adds to it. Lance Boma, left wing, goes to the point for Forsling, keeps it alive. He's got Camp. Camp looking to swing outside of the circle. Wrister fought off by McKenna. Highmore closing in on the rebound. Now we're picking things up. Dahlstrom at the right wing point keeps it going. Brings it behind the net for Boma. Couldn't get there in time. Comes to center, but the IceHogs tag up. Highmore lead pass for Boma. Couldn't stop quick enough. And the Stars will send it right back to the neutral ice. Here's Gustav Forsling. Left wing side will dump it down to the far corner for Gavin Bayruth. They're on the turnabout, but he turns it right on to Chris DiDomenico. DiDomenico, middle of the ice, pinching his Forsling, rolls in on McKenna. He'll play it along. 7:12 to go in the third. Stars will send it high up the right wing and all the way down. It'll be an icing call against Texas yet again. Stars are just going to chip it off the wall, hit the red line, and dump it down. The Rockford IceHogs trying to bust through this trap. That has been a Stars defense. They've been picking up chances, adding a few more shots. Now on 5 on the period. Doesn't sound like a lot, but shots are coming at a premium here. Face off to the right-hand side of Mike McKenna once again. Luke Johnson out there with DiDomenico and H-Schul once more. Johnson trying to spin through and a false start against him, so DiDomenico will have to join in. Dickinson will adjust appropriately and bark back to his defense. Or pardon me, Dowling rather. Dowling will win this one. The 7th-year pro, 6th with Texas. Brings this one out to the blue line. Cody Franson scores! IceHogs catch a break. Cody Franson from the right wing point, and we are tied at 2. It hit off a body and sneaks past the glove of Mike McKenna. It's been a quiet BMO Harris Bank Center, and Cody Franson lights things up once more. 6th goal of the playoffs for Franson. And we are knotted up at 2. Franson had 9 goals in the regular season over 37 games. He has had a stellar playoff year, and he gives the IceHogs new life. So a 2-2 game, and Texas can play defense and sit back no longer. IceHogs, the restart at center. Franson right side, trying to punch his way in, but we're going to get ourselves a penalty, and it's going to be what appears an elbowing call, and it looks like it's going against Cody Franson and the IceHogs. Franson off the restart was gung-ho to finish his check, but he had his arms up high, and that'll bring a gathering. They're actually going to pull Andreas Martinson out and send him over to the penalty box. So an elbowing call against Martinson, and that'll give the Texas Stars a chance to light the lamp for the 3rd time on the power play. They are 2 for 4 tonight. So the IceHogs are going to have to really dive down and make sure that this isn't just a short-lived 2-2 tie. Faceoff will come to the right side of Jeff Glass, who has yet to face the shot here in the 3rd period. 6:51 left in it. That's how much the Stars have just been playing defense. They didn't send anybody over the red line unless it was to get a 50-50 puck, and even then they would just dump it down. Rockford ready to go in the face-off circle. Luke Johnson's going to take this draw against Dowling. The Texas Stars now waiting their time, and officials getting a little impatient with them, but now Johnson and Dowling ready to go. Big penalty kill here for Rockford. Dowling cross paths with Johnson. False start on both of them, so we'll do it again. Now Johnson will swoop in. He'll win this one away. Franson will clear it on down. So the Stars will have to retreat inside their own zone. Luke Johnson's going to get the touch on this one from Cody Franson and Victor H-Schul. So it's Johnson's 3rd goal of the playoffs. Franson and H-Schul the assist. And for H-Schul, that's his 2nd point of the game, a goal and assist now. Texas setting up shop in the offensive zone after a quick breakthrough. Travis Moore on right side for Brian Flynn, middle of the ice. Flynn lost it to Johnson, and Johnson will clear it away. Hawks trying to finish up a change here. Here's Travis Moore again. He struck on the 5-on-3 power play back in the opening period. Dowling moves this one left wing. Couple of bodies hit the deck, but he skates on through and rings it around the wall. He's got more at the bottom of the right circle. To the blue line for Gavin Bayruther. Across for Dowling. Dowling looking for a shot, nothing there. Now on to Brian Flynn. A fallen stick prevents Flynn from making a pass, but Cody Franson closes in. He drops his stick. Here's David Camp. Right wing, can't get it away from the point. Bayruther left side, keeps it alive. Goes across for Moore and turns it over to Tyler Sakura. Sakura shorthanded. He's got Camp with him. 2-on-1 come the IceHogs. Sakura fires. Pad save. It's underneath McKenna. And he holds on long enough to get the whistle. Sakura went behind him, hoping it snuck through somehow. But McKenna eats it up on a shorthanded bid for the Rockford IceHogs. Sakura with David Camp. Trying to go 5-hole, and he was close. 5.5 to go in the third. A 2-2 game. Face off to the right side of Mike McKenna. IceHogs with that goal from Luke Johnson. Renewed energy. Johnson had a goal and an assist in game number 3. We spoke with him in the first intermission, and he was gung-ho, ready to burst through. And he does so big time. His previous tally, his first of the playoffs, was back in game 2 against Chicago. As we're going to get ourselves a halt as the puck gets pushed up and across the blue line illegally. So we'll have ourselves an offside call and a face-off directly in front of the IceHog bench. 31 seconds left on the penalty kill. Lance Boma. Boma will take this one and push it through the neutral zone, taken by Gavin Bayruther. Bayruther, right wing side, will dump it down. It'll ring around the wall and stop in the near corner. Here's Carl Dahlstrom trying to fight off a check from Texas. Dahlstrom pushes it around the wall. He really had his hands full, but in comes Matthew Highmore. Highmore cannot clear. Bayruther keeps it alive. Skips it back to Highmore, kicking and screaming, trying to get it out of the zone. Cannot. Comes to Dickinson, left side, firing his man Gene. A one-timer fought off by Jeff Glass. That looks to be the first shot on Glass with 4:48 left. Here in the third period, Texas still with it. Wrist shot gets blocked. Second effort swatted to the far corner. Out of the box comes Martinson. IceHogs with it. Lead pass for Martinson, too far. And this goes down to Mike McKenna. Close one there. Stars drop to 2 for 5 on the power play. It's a 2-2 game. 4:27 left in the third. IceHogs need a win here. Martinson right side. He'll get it on to John Hayden. Hayden through center. In front of both benches, slides on through. Takes a hit from Garyanov, now dumps it down to the near corner. In for Tyler Sakura. Sakura backhands it around. Looking for Hayden once again. Lost it. Goes back over to the near side. And there's Andrew Bodnar-Chuk. Good to see him all stitched up after taking that shot from Boma here earlier in the third period. Puck rolled up on him and got him right in the chin. So the Stars, once again with all their defensemen, as Texas right side wrist shot blocked in front of Jeff Glass. Austin fighting with the bid, and fighting holds on to Chris DiDomenico as the puck goes to the far boards. Fans calling for a penalty. They won't get one for the time being. Fighting, and DiDomenico kicking along the wall. DiDomenico behind the net, trying to get a little help, but Texas centers it up, rolls between the circles, and hit off the outside of that and took a nice drive up the middle of the ice. Hogs will swing it to the near side. 3:24 to go in the third. Tyler Sakura, right wing, lost it. Here's Morin. Morin to the blue line, firing. Pad save coming by Glass. Biggest one for him of the night. Full splits through a heavy traffic. Justin Dowling, left wing side. Dowling centers it up for Morin, a one-timer. Texas starting to put on some pressure now. IceHogs a little tuckered out. Sakura left side for Clendenning. Tyler Sakura will flip it high in the air, and that'll bounce out to center. Gives Rockford a chance to make a change here. A couple of solid attempts there from Texas. 2:50 left in the third period. Here's Victor Svedberg, left wing side. Svedberg on to Cody Franson. Franson back to Svedberg. They're sitting back in the IceHog zone. Now up the middle for Victor Aichel. Aichel up the right side. He's got Johnson leading him in. Luke Johnson angles it behind the net. Comes out to Svedberg at the left point. Rims it back behind the boards. Johnson tied up. Comes around to the near corner. Picking up some speed is Matt Mangine. He'll float it to the neutral zone for Aichel. Over skates it, and the IceHogs will have to sit back at their own blue line. 2:19 left in this third period. Up the right side. Here goes Luke Johnson again. Johnson to the circle for Peltier. Franson across for Forsling. Wrister deflects off of skates, and oh, be careful. That went off of Dickinson and straight to the seats, almost on a direct path. And that'll give us a promo timeout here for the third period. 2:05 left in this final frame of regulation. It is a 2-2 game in game number 4. You're listening and watching Rockford IceHogs hockey on the IceHogs Broadcast Network.
I'm sorry.
Who's most qualified to help?
There's only one. Anco, Kitchens and Baths.
The kitchen is the heart of your home. At Anco, we partner on each design, ensuring accuracy and the best use of space. Anco has a cure for that worn-out heart of your home.
And Paul Johnson, owner of Anco Kitchens and Baths. Paul, do you pay more for all these expert designers and the vast selection at Anco?
Absolutely not. We're Rockford's factory direct kitchen source. So as a cabinet distributor, our prices are unbeatable. You can get the best design, the best selection, and the best value. That's the Anco advantage.
For budget or high-end, Anco Kitchens and Baths is definitely where you'll get the most for your money.
Remember, you can drive all over Rockford and never find a better price.
Kitchens and Baths.
2:05 to go in the third period. The Rockford IceHogs and Texas Stars tied up at 2 aside. Luke Johnson, a goal here in the third period to make it 2-2 and wipe out a Texas lead that was acquired late in the second period. So the IceHogs with life here, but the Stars have put on a little pressure of their own here in the dying moments of this third period. Offensive zone face-off for the IceHogs. The right side of netminder Mike McKenna. Texas will take control, and they will flip it out to center ice. Jason Dickinson will glove it down and now throw it into the offensive zone. 1:52 to go, and that's how long separates us for potentially our third consecutive overtime get-together here in this series. Texas, though, will win this puck battle right side and spin off a wrist shot from the top of the right circle, but Jeff Glass will hold on tight, and that will give us another halt in play. 1:40 now remaining in the third period. We'll take a look at the scoring summary. Victor Angel gave the IceHogs a 1-0 lead at 6:24 of the opening frame. But then Texas will respond on a 5-on-3 power play goal late in that first period thanks to Travis Morin. And then, as I mentioned, late in the second period, Matt Mangine, another power play goal for Texas, would make it 2-1 prior to Luke Johnson at 13:02 from Franson and Angel to make it a 2-2 contest. Face off to the left side of Jeff Glass. 1:35 left. Texas takes it away off a turnover, and Justin Dowling on a backhanded attempt. It got blocked at the last moment, but close one there. IceHogs just trying to swing it out to center ice. Here's David Camp. Camp sends a bouncer on to Luke Johnson. It just bounces away from not only him, but him and Bodnarchuk, the defenseman, and they'll just kick it to the boards, and now Bodnarchuk will get the clear away. 1:12 left here in period number 3. Svenberg behind the net for Cody Franson. Franson stick handles away from pressure, and Travis Morin and begins the march to center ice. Cody Franson, left side, looking for Johnson. He'll put it into the far corner. Christy Domenico goes in after it. 1 minute to go to Angel. Wrister blocked. Victor Angel has it again. Now fires. This one gets blocked again. Rope hits with both blocks on Angel drives. Left wing Nyberg, the defenseman for the Stars. He'll throw it into the near corner. Texas will come away with it. Texas centers, intercepted Angel. He drops down for a block himself. 35 seconds left here in the third period. 2-2 game. Here's Chris DiDomenico up the middle of the ice. DiDomenico battles, fights through one check. The puck rolls underneath him and into the far corner. Both teams making changes. Sakura trying to rush in, couldn't get there in time. Stars get the clear. Sakura, lead pass for Hayden, intercepted by Markusen, and he'll back it on down. 14 seconds left. Here's Glendenning, right side stretching is DiDomenico. Did he get a piece of it? No. So an icing call against the IceHogs. 9.2 seconds left. A big time defensive zone face-off. It'll come to the right side blocker of netminder Jeff Glass, who has done quite well pressed into action, his first game in over a month. As Colin Delia sitting up as his backup here tonight. And Glass tapped on the shoulder to try and get this momentum train going the other direction here in the conference finals. Sakura going in against Dowling. Stars setting up for a face-off win, hoping to get it straight back to Travis Mooring. But Dowling will have to step in, so Mooring will have to replace him. Sakura ready to go. The AHL rookie against the wise vet for Texas. Morin will slash it through Sakura, and it'll end up bouncing into the far corner. 3 seconds left. IceHogs get it to center ice. Sakura will push it down the wall, and the horn will sound, and we are going to overtime. For the third straight game, the conference finals need more than 3 periods of hockey to decide this one. A 2-2 contest here at BMO Harris Bank Center. We're not done yet. IceHogs need the win to move on to Game 5 tomorrow. Coming up in the intermission report, we'll hear from forward Luke Johnson again. We'll also dive into the out-of-town scores. A full breakdown of this one. It was a quiet third until Luke Johnson found the back of the net. So fitting that we dive back to his keys of the contest as the IceHogs are going to try and snap a lengthy overtime winning streak of the Texas Stars. A 4-game overtime winning streak in the playoffs. That's huge. So they are going to the overtime for the third straight game. We'll take a break. You're listening and watching Rockford IceHogs hockey on the IceHogs Broadcast Network.
Rockford Heating and Air Conditioning.
At Rockford Heating and Air Conditioning, we get some great notes. After installing a new furnace and AC system for Judy in Davis Junction, she wrote this to us. My house is warm and quiet, no fans or heaters. Your employees are fabulous, neat, knowledgeable, and efficient. And you were the voice of reason when it came to understanding our unique problems. Judy's experience can be your experience too. Call Rockford Heating and Air Conditioning for all of your heating and cooling needs. 815-965-9494.
Rockford Heating and Air Conditioning.
Rockford IceHogs hockey on Sports Fan Radio 1330. WNTA Rockford.
IceHogs and Stars going to overtime here in game number 4, tied up at 2. IceHogs needing the victory to force game 5 tomorrow. Schul and Johnson the goals for Rockford. Morin and Mangine the Lamplighters for Texas. Puck is down, and here we go for some extra hockey for the third consecutive game. IceHogs will be working the puck from right to left here in this period. Texas had the face-off win. They got a brief tip into the zone, but now come the IceHogs. Left wing side, David Camp fires high to the blocker's side of Mike McKenna. Good look there for David Camp. He would love to grab a game winner, but now Texas will open it up. Left wing side, Colin Markuson. Wrister patted down by Glass. Rebound sent off the right pad and into the corner. Close call there. Both teams getting some looks here in the opening minute. Penalty call is coming up. It's going to be against Texas. Power play coming for the IceHogs. David Camp draws a tripping call, and a big man advantage here for the Hogs. Rockford has been without a power play for the last 2 periods. You got to go back to the first, in which they would get early man advantages at 2:27 and 8:37, and that's been it. So a chance here to allow this group to play hockey tomorrow night. Luke Johnson to the left side of Mike McKenna with DiDomenico and Tyler Sakura. IceHogs win it to the blue line. Here's Glendening across for Franson, fires, pad save, and the rebound cleared out. That one popped up on McKenna, and he came way out to challenge. So a tripping call against the Stars, going against Colin Markuson, knocking down David Camp. IceHogs back to work in the offensive zone. Here's Franson to Glendening. Wrist shot right to the chest of McKenna. He will hold on. So Glendening and Franson pulling quick triggers. And this one just held on to the right side of Mike McKenna. Tyler Sakura will take this one. Still 1 minute and 36 seconds left on the power play. And we're just over 1 minute gone here in the overtime skates. Sakura dialed in. trying to win this one back. It'll be a false start against him now. Brian Flynn will wait for a new foe. It'll be Luke Johnson. Johnson will kick this one to the board. Sakura battling. In comes Johnson. He'll knock it back to the left point for Franson across Glendenning. Fires. Rising shot and McKenna the save. Rebound taking up the wall. IceHogs keep it alive. Here's Glendenning. Shovel pass. Right wing side for Chris DiDomenico. DiDomenico keeps it to the outside. Now down low for Tyler Sakura. Back to DiDomenico. On to Glendenning. Wrister skips towards McKenna, but wide of the net. Here's Cody Franson. Franson left side for Johnson. No shooting lane. The deep slot. He's got Glendenning. Adam Glendenning. Right wing circle for DiDomenico. Fires. Looking for the deflection. Goes wide of Sakura and actually hits off the backboards and rips on down. If Sakura could have got a piece of that one, that was a slam dunk on through. 53 seconds left on the power play. IceHogs starting to make some changes now. Carl Dahlstrom bringing this one through. Here's Dahlstrom right side. Dahlstrom into the zone. Shakes off 2 defenders and backhands it out of the far corner to Highmore. Left wing side. Stars take it away. McKenzie gets it to center, but Forsling is on it. Gustav Forsling right wing side. Back to Dahlstrom. Into the offensive zone. Kicked off a skate and into the far corner for Matthew Highmore. Highmore on to David Camp. Camp looking for some space. Flips it up the wall. Almost picked off by Texas. Camp get it back. They'll pop it up over the boards. And actually stays in play. Went straight up in the air. Lands right to Highmore. Highmore to the blue line. He's got Dahlstrom. Across for Gustav Forsling. Forsling fires. Pad save coming by McKenna. Rebound just escaped Matthew Highmore. Back to Forsling at the left point. 9 seconds left. Fires. Pad save. Rebound. Backdoor. They score! Victor Angel, the hero once again. The Rockford IceHogs are playing in Game 5 tomorrow night. A power play goal for the IceHogs in overtime. Victor Angel blasts it on through. His second of the game. And Rockford elated. Everyone mobbing their goaltender and Jeff Glass, mobbing Victor Angel. And this is going to be a fired up group going into Game 5 tomorrow night. Matthew Highmore, what a pass to Angel. He was wide open. Nobody was going to get that puck. Taking a look at the replay. All McKenna could do was shrug it off. And the IceHogs have new life. They're not done yet. Stars lead the series 3-1, but Rockford, a big-time overtime victory. We'll take a timeout and come back with the IceHogs post-game show. Rockford wins in overtime by a final of 3-2 to force Game 5 tomorrow night. You're listening and watching Rockford IceHogs hockey on the IceHogs Broadcast Network.
Victor Ainsel, the hero once again for the Rockford IceHogs in overtime winner Game 4 to keep the IceHogs alive in the 2018 Calder Cup playoffs and move on to game number 5 of the Western Conference Finals. That'll also be at the BMO against the Texas Stars. Joseph Zonkshevsky back with you alongside Joe Omo for a little post-game wrap-up here. And Joe, it's that never-say-die attitude that we've seen a lot from the IceHogs, whether it was back in 2018 or this year's team. If they are down facing adversity, it doesn't matter. They continue to put their head down, continue to go to work, and good things happen when they put in the effort. A great pass by Matthew Highmore to Ainsel on the game winner, and the IceHogs live to play another day.
Yeah, and again, you're going into that third period down a goal, so you have to find a way to score just to get to overtime, and you do. And that's the calling card for this team in this postseason. It doesn't really matter. In-game adversity, they are finding ways to battle back, find a way to at least force that overtime and then kind of see what happens from there. They played a few of them in this postseason, so they kind of know how to go the extra distance there. But, Victor Ainsel making a name for himself in this postseason just alone on overtime goals. But he's been really good. Obviously, Highmore, assisting on both of Victor's goals in this game. He's been pretty solid as well. So just to see these guys come up big when you need to. You don't get the Adam Clendens, you don't get the Cody Franson scoring on this game. So to see that the depth, as you mentioned before, really show out, really shows that this team is going to fight to the end.
And the endurance level for this team, too, has to be at an all-time high just because of what they've had to gone through. Third straight overtime appearance, too, in this Texas Star Series, mixed in with the travel, mixed in with all the previous playoff games, the battle that was the tail end of the regular season. I got to imagine a lot of these guys, if you ask them today and they look back, they were probably running on fumes. It's pretty much all adrenaline and trying to harness in that mentality and harness in all that energy of what they do have to try and put together 60 minutes, and in this case, more, to get the job done.
Yeah, you can see it just in the post game when we would talk with them after those games. You can see how tired and beat up they felt, and they can, hardly put together a sentence because they're just putting their bodies on the line and getting, exhausted out there. And Coach Colleton would talk about just how much these guys are giving and knowing that they're putting it all out there. It's not like they're holding anything back, really. Now they can't either. So. It's been fun to watch. It was fun to watch then. It's fun to watch now to just see, these guys giving it their all and, to continue to fight for another day. And, now you get to extend it for another game. You have your last one here at home, in Game 5, and you hopefully can finish the home season on a win and go to Texas and see if you can steal 2 more.
My tip of the cap, too, to goaltender Jeff Glass for stepping in admirably, playing his first game of the playoffs, going in cold, if you want to say it, and get the victory in overtime. Now let's see if the IceHogs can ride his momentum into game number 5. Let's go ahead and preview that game 5. Joe, it was a quick turnaround back in 2018. IceHogs and Stars going at it once again. IceHogs now down 3 games to 1, so you just had an exhausting game 4, but an exciting one. Now you have to kind of wipe the slate clean again and tap into that same do-or-die mentality and still buckle in because you know that you need another win, as you just mentioned, to keep your season going.
Yeah, expect Jeff Glass in goal again for Game 5. Colleton's not going to change it up at this point. He gave Delia his run in that postseason, and, you can see that the legs were starting to go. He's giving up some of those soft goals, and once you start doing that, for a guy that I think we both know pretty well with Delia nowadays, he's a mindset type of guy, and if his mindset isn't there, it's going to be a tough night. He's given up a few of those kind of 6-7 goal games because of that. So now you're going to see Jeff Glass the rest of the way, and let's see if we can ride the hot hand at goal and see if we can get some pucks back in the back of the net, because this team isn't scoring that 6-7 goals, 5 goals that they were earlier in the playoffs either. That's the other thing. You're facing the top team in the Western Conference, in Texas, and you're in that position to go to the Calder Cup final, but now you have to find a way to just scrap out wins. And we'll see what they can do in Game 5. They can send it back to Texas.
Game 5 will be on Monday night right here on IceHogs Rewind on Facebook Live. And again, thank you, everybody, for tuning in to tonight, all the past IceHogs Rewinds and everything that is to come. I know we're cooped up inside. I know it looks like we're going to be extended another month along the way for the stay-at-home order in the state of Illinois, and then, of course, just north of us in Wisconsin as well. But, Joe, I cannot thank you enough for joining us also. I cannot, express my gratitude for hopping on, even though we are at home and working from home, but to be able to share this with you and the fans has been a lot of fun. So I say let's have fun on Monday night. We'll take Sunday off, Monday night for Game 5 action. I'll talk to you soon, pal.
Sounds good. See you, Joey.